What's the story, people? Welcome to a match reaction. Arsenal, Newcastle. We'll get into bits and pieces about it. I'm hoping that Sky will show Arteta's ridiculous speech after, because we'll cover that. Then obviously we'll listen to it and then we'll sort of pick it apart. But the match itself, we'll get into. For me, it was a dead rubber to me. I know it was massive to Arteta. It was massive to the Top Gooners, which is why I played the Top Gooner jingle at the start. But views. You're after watching the match. What did you think of it? Did you enjoy it, or was it just something you wanted to get over?
Man, no, it was hard to watch, my bro. It was hard to watch. Game of two halves, though. Raya, my man of the match today, kept us in the game. We were scrambling the ball off the line. I think they literally doubled our shots in the first half, and we were looking like, I predicted we'd lose 3-1. And as you said, where we're going to get the goal from, it just looked like more of the same. Dire in the first half, everyone looking tired, everyone looking, just not up to speed. And I thought, here we go, it's going to be another game like that. And then obviously in the second half, we came out, Newcastle kind of dropped off a little bit. I wouldn't really say that we played so good, but we played a lot better in the second half. And Odegaard doing what Odegaard does, one good thing in the game, you know what I mean? And he's really got to be thankful for Declan Rice, because I'm pretty sure he probably didn't think Declan Rice was going to shoot then. But that's the whole thing, Look at that goal that we scored. Banger of a goal. Big up Declan Rice. But he's shooting. For the whole game, we were like trying to cross into no one and just trying to play for a corner. And it was very hard to watch. But yeah, it was a little bit squeaky one time towards the end, because the referee, I don't know what he was on. I don't know, I don't know what was going on with him. But we had 5 minutes extra time. And then it went to, we were still playing at 98-30. So yeah, bit of a hard game to watch, especially for Arsenal, because we looked a lot more tired than Newcastle. But we managed to stink it out. So the Top Gooners, as you said, they will be happy. They will be happy.
That's exactly it. We have a few people in the building. We have Vigilante, of course, Cooper Steeds, who just likes to punch letters. I'm not sure what that is about. I know he does that in yours as well. Ryan Stockley says, "Thank you, fans. What hypocrites." I don't know if that's aimed at us or if that's a shot there. Don't know. It's not. No.
Might be.
This club are a joke, and this manager saying we demand more, but celebrate irrelevance. There you go. No, yeah, exactly. You're spot on, Ryan. I mean, it's such nonsense. It's the same crap all the time. We're meant to get well up, for all this mediocrity, like you say, and it is mediocrity. It's absolute mediocrity, and it always is. And it's that's why I put up the Top Gooner song at the start, because they'll act like this is a championship now. You know what I mean? And the questions, Gary Neville during the commentary was, "Oh man, I'd say his meeting with Bertha won't take long. Just a few minutes. Here's 3 players I need, and Arsenal are set for a challenge." I mean, it's absolutely diabolical what we're having to deal with here. It's the same shit. There, Cooper, if you keep putting up shit like that, you're just going to get booted, mate, all right? If you can't type it properly, just ask your mother to do it for you. But yeah, it's the same mediocrity. It's the same shite. He just got away with breaking that one record of losing to a team 4 times. That would have been another record of his. We have the Bournemouth record, of course, and we have the draw record. But he nearly got the lose to one team 4 times in a year record. But luckily for him, he didn't get it. Ryan saying, "No, that you, Shane, the club." Yeah, no, I knew that. Yeah. Sorry. I just got a bit confused. No, the club, exactly. That's what it is, Ryan. It's mediocrity. And we have someone here saying that Arteta's speaking facts, or speaking waffle. Sorry, facts. I'm just going to. It's on a guest destination. Only your guest can delete the comment and ban the user. All right, fair enough. Whatever that means. Cooper's in the views chat. I will get rid of he carries on. Okay, he's in your chat being a. There you go. But yeah, no, Ryan, it's the same thing. It's someone saying that Arteta's on the telly now talking waffle. That's the end of match speech. I don't even want to listen to that. But the one that he does now with the microphone, I mean, unless this is... No, I think that's just the end of the match. He'll give a stupid speech at the end. But views, like you said, Ray was man of the match, right? So, I mean, we can't have played that well. Apart from Rice pulling the trigger, we were poor. The crowd getting gassed because fucking Havertz came off the bench. Even my missus was like, why are they cheering him coming back? We didn't even want him in the team. I said, well, there you go. It's the PR machine. It's a PR machine, views. And then they've made everybody think that Havertz coming back is a big deal. I mean, where do you stand on this?
Oh man, I mean, I don't know if you was watching him, but I bloody was. And he come on, you taken off Saka for him at the expense of Wanyeri again. You're probably going to hear another beep. I do apologize. Yeah, at the expense of Wanyeri again, he comes on, and what does he do? The ball's bouncing off of him. He's giving away fouls. He's giving away the ball. You know, we're just reminded why we'd rather have seen Moreno come on. Obviously, he was suspended, couldn't have. But, you know, again, Havertz is coming back, and who cares? Apart from the top gooners, like I said, you'd have to get the wet floor signs out at the Emirates. Apart from the top gooners, you know, who cares? And Havertz came on and just proved why we need to upgrade on him, because the ball's bouncing off of him. He's got the touch of a you-know-what. And he was just losing the ball and giving away fouls. I was watching him, you know, he literally did nothing. I don't understand what he came on for, you know. And
he was in bits. He was in bits.
Yeah.
You could see he wasn't fit. Flopping around, man. He couldn't put in a tackle. No, absolutely awful. Absolutely. The players are walking around here now, big grins on their face, clapping the crowd. Aaron said last season that he was disgusted, and we only finished 2 points off last season. I would say he's absolutely fuming watching them cheer this absolute dross, man. And Danny's saying, what shambolic performance. It was awful. But Havertz is back. We beat Newcastle. Last week got second. Happy days. Look, that's what it is. He's back. No sign of Ethan. No sign of Ethan. Brings on fucking Tierney again to play out the wing. If I was Ethan, I'd slam in a transfer request. No loan, no nothing. I want out of this club. I cannot work under this man anymore. I can't work under this man anymore. He's an absolute piece of shit. They're like Havertz, like they're all laughing and smiling, man. Come on. There's all the injured players now. He's going to get them all together, Jesus and all. They're only going to bunch together now for his speech. Martinelli was willing to get, and Saka after about 60 minutes looked dead to the world. He looked dead to the world, man. It's the same thing all the time. It's the same.
He was sitting on the floor at the end of the game. Ruined. I was saying on my watch along, he's probably going to need a stretcher to take him off. Like, why does this guy flog? Even Declan Rice. I was surprised he never got injured today. I'm so happy, obviously, he scored the goal for us, but, you know, I was like, why is he playing? He's only just come back from injury. That's another typical Arteta move. So, yeah, you're right, man. The players look knackered. Havertz looked knackered. Like I said, the ball just bouncing off of him. I don't know why he came on at the expense of Ethan. You know, Kieran Tierney, microwave minutes again. For me, it's just like, you know, a kick in the face every time. The first substitution, a defender, but again, Saliba now, a groin injury for Saliba, another one of our key players. You know, it's not coincidence, guys.
That was coming. That was coming the whole time, views. We all called at this about 2 or 3 months ago. You, me, and Aaron, and people like that were saying that Saliba is going to be suspect. Rice, Timber, Gabriel, and they've all dropped at one point or another since. We could all see it coming on us. Guys, I don't have the squad, guys. Already, you can't play Wanyeri, you can't play Tierney, you can't play. There's players there all over the place, man, that he could have played. Well, I'll just run through some of the chat here because there's a lot of people have popping in. I think there's 19, 20 is here. Make sure you smash the likes and make sure you subscribe to views as well, please. It would mean a lot. That was that was what he said about Hyper Protagonist is in the house, picking up views. Love to see it. Ryan saying this club are a joke, and the manager saying we demand more but celebrate irrelevance. Yeah, we said that, and that's spot on, absolutely spot on. Big up to you, Hyper Protagonist. Why not's in the house saying we are becoming one half FC again? Yeah, or end of season lull, and 2 games back to back only showed up in the second half exactly. And Liverpool were already done; they weren't bothered. Newcastle, fair enough, but they were out. If they had had Isak, they put one of those chances away in the first half. No fucking problem. No problem.
Let me just say, big up Vigilante. He's done the deed on my channel, so we shouldn't be seeing any more of that.
Oh yeah, legend. Frog and Wales in the house saying, evening guys, don't know what game was like, but second should be safe now. Yeah, well look, the top gooners will be happy tonight, man. They'll be sleeping happy tonight. Kwanja's in the house saying, big up my guy, big up to you. Yeah, I went through that. Arteta speaking waffle, 100%. That's all he does. That's all he knows how to do. This prick speaks waffle again. Arsenal fans love him. They lap it up. They're all singing a song, man. They were all singing a song at the fucking top of their lungs. I couldn't believe it. I'd say Aaron and Kenny and all were just fuming. Arteta, get out of my fucking club. Just go, you got rid of that goon. He does be in all the time. I don't know what his game is, man. At least put up something funny. If you're going to troll, put up something funny. Look. I added you on Instagram. Yeah. Excuses FC, 100% agree. Without a doubt, excuses FC. The players taking part in the losers walk around the pitch segment. Yep, there we go. And then Arteta will grab that microphone. Although the stadium looks to be clearing out, so maybe he's not doing his silly fucking speech. Maybe he knows it'll fall flat in his face. Small club mentality. Fully agree. I see if Arteta's manager next season, I'm tapping out now. I can't cope with any more seeing or hearing his rabid face and voice. He will be, and that's the sad thing, Vigilante. And I was watching him on the sideline views. And I just felt a rage in me, a pure rage when I saw his face. You know what I mean? And I hate that. I hate that my manager is someone that I don't know if I hate anyone more than him at the moment. You know what I mean? I don't know if I hate anyone more. And I was just looking at it and going, I'd love to fuck it. I mean, people, top gooners think that we get off on it, but they think that we get off on it. But I'm going to put this to you because I always say it. It's the worst position in the world to be in when you love your club and you hate your manager. Isn't it the worst thing in the world? Because you want them to do well, but that means he does well. And you know what I mean? And it's just, I mean, I don't know your views on it, but I just find it really, I find it a day, man. You know what I mean?
I was saying it on my watch along, man, and I was chatting because things come out of my mouth, innit? And that's why Nathan was all in my chat, like, you said you want him to suffer, and I'm like, yeah, that's how I felt, bro. And I should never feel like that about my own manager. People say, oh, you know, you'd rather him not win the Champions League so he can go. I'm like, no, you know, winning's more important than anything. However, I'm saying in my watch along, every time I see this guy's face, bro, it's like I hate the guy. I know it's a strong word. It's a very, very strong word, but I hate the guy. I can't listen to him. I can't watch his pressers. I hate seeing him on the sideline jumping around. Look at him getting a yellow card today. So thank fuck he's not on the sideline for Southampton. No one listens to him anyway. You know, you've got that whole technical area. He's forever outside of it. You saw how today, Carabao Cup champion, you know, get up a little bit, one or two things, and go and sit down. Arteta, he's walking up, he's walking. I'm sick of this guy. And like I said, you know, he is the big up Dr. Seymour Butts in the chat. He said it perfectly. He is the cancer of this club that we need to get rid of. You know, he's pragmatic. He is scared. He, you know, he's a taskmaster, Arteta bin Laden. Do you know what I mean? You're running everyone through the ground. The system has killed everyone. You know, you're killing all the creativity in the team. Your man management's terrible. Your game management's terrible. Your substitutions stink. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's you know, your treatment of the players. Look at Ethan Wanyeri. Look at Kieran Tierney. Look at Butler Oyedeji. I have to say, hold on, is that Butler or is that the bench? I keep saying it. Like maybe they're sitting on him because why did we never see him? 22 years old, by the way. So yeah, I'm with you, man. I know I'm going on a bit of a tangent. We'll get back into the comments. But it's a strong word, but I hate the guy, bro. I literally hate him. I can't take him anymore. And that is a bad place to be when he's manager of your club.
It is. And I'm the same. I really dislike him, and it's of course it's what he's doing to our club, but I just get the feeling that he's not a nice person as well. You know what I mean? Like the way he treats players, the way he treats Ethan, the way he throws people under the bus, the way he dismisses people, runs them into the ground. He just comes across as not a very nice person. And I don't like people that aren't nice. You know what I mean? He seems like a bit of a dick. But as well, the main thing is, it all comes back to what he's doing to the club, what he's doing to the players that I love, what he's done to Tierney, what he's done to Ethan, what he's done to so many players through the years. You know, and again, we haven't got over the line, but he's PR spun it all season. Out of all these pundits, everybody is saying, oh, what a genius, look what he's done. They got second with all these injuries, and it's an absolute load of bollocks. We didn't have the injuries last season. We didn't have the injuries the season before, and we still got second. So, I mean, what's it all about? Quadra says, Shane, can we get a silver medal like the Olympics? No, you think we could. You would think that's what we just got. You would think it with the way they're celebrating, with the way they're jumping around. But that's the records they don't talk about. That's the records they talk about. They don't talk about the records like Bournemouth beating us for the first time twice in a season. And they don't talk about the records of having more draws than Woolwich Arsenal in 1913 when they went down. Which actually, I've got two little 8-second segments here, which I call Arteta's records. I'm just going to play the one about the league table. It'll take 2 seconds.
Record breaker, Arteta the record breaker.
Brilliant.
There it is. That's it. Just a funky segment.
Anyone you come up with, I know it's going to be a banger, bro. I know it's going to be a banger. So, you know, knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, but no. But no, we can't get a silver medal, unfortunately. But it looks like that. Salute, lads. Fanta, say big up, Fanta. What a legend. I wish this was our last game. Today's performance summed up our season. That's very true. Except we got the win. We would have, if it summed up our season, we would have let one in right at the end. That would have summed up our season. God just says he doesn't trust Ethan anymore. Yeah, I don't think he ever did. I think he just used them. He used them because he's nothing else, and it keeps the fans off his back. He knows if his back's really to the wall, bring in a kid, the crowd get up for it because they love when one of their own come through. He's a coward and he's a narcissist. Roger says he is nervous about Odegaard being substituted. Yeah, and he still didn't take him off. Brought on fucking Jorginho. Boy 10's in the house. What's the story, man? He can't play centrally. It's a coaching issue now. Yeah, fully agree. So we have to beat Madrid on second place parade scheduled. Yeah, and we have the beat Man City 5-1. The beat Man City 5-1. That's what we have. Unbelievable. and they'll all jump on it. We have the this is the new trophy now. Will be to somehow finish second with all these injuries and suspensions. That'll be the big one. That'll be the big trophy. Quadra says we played better football without Odegaard when he got the ankle injury. We did. We definitely played better football. Saka ain't fully fit. Not at all. And he never will be until he gets a massive rest because he came back too early. So he's just going to be constantly injured. Frustrating to you, not used to us being direct. Even Royce had to make quick decision about the shoot. Yeah, he has to go against instructions to do that. Wish Kieran Tierney the best at Celtic. I fully agree. Luca's in the house. Big up, Luca. Banta saying, yeah, I got that, yeah. Where are we here? AK's in the house, legend. He did the watch along with me for the cup final. He was gutted, but he had the decency to say, well done, Palace. Well done, Palace.
Of course.
They were the better team. Ryan says, I can't take him here next season. Real talk. Yeah, listen, viewers, I'm going to pass this over to you. How do we G ourselves up for next season with him in charge? Maybe if we got someone like a Gyökeres, we could start to sort of get a bit on board. But I'm just so far gone now that I'm thinking he'll ruin him. But I'll try my best. Maybe the summer break, I've not seen his face in press conferences and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know where you stand on this.
Yeah.
I'll just let you go. I just have to. I'll be 1 minute if you just want to take the lead there. I'll be back in 1 minute. All right.
Man, and get well soon, Shane, as well. You can obviously see he's under the weather, but still here putting in the work for everyone. So, make sure you're liking and subscribing for that alone. But no, how do we get excited, guys? How do we get excited for next season? Signings, right? Signings. As Shane says, we have the worry that Arteta might mess them up. Do you know what I mean? Like, Gyökeres comes in, for instance, and starts playing left wing or something. Like, I wouldn't be surprised, innit? But that's the only reason. Like, literally, big up Deluded Guna. In Berta we trust. In Berta we trust. We gotta hope that Berta does the business. We gotta try and get behind Berta. You get me? Because already we're hearing that, there's a little bit of friction because Arteta wants Sesko, of course, talent ID in the bin, and then and Berta wants gunman Gyökeres. Do you know what I mean? Where there's honestly, there shouldn't even be no Arsenal fan that has got any qualms about getting Gyökeres at this point in time. You know what I mean? So, guys in the chat, I mean, am I wrong on this one? I mean, how do we get excited? We'd get excited if we had a new manager. That would probably be one of the best signings of the summer, but it's not going to happen. So, as Shane says, how do we get behind this? How do we get behind this? That is the big question here. And all I can say is that we got to get behind Berta. That's literally all we can do. There he is. He's back. Like I said, get well soon as well. Look at this, man. Hard work, commitment, man. We're still here firing.
Has to be done. Well, looks like I don't know if the chap can correct me. It looks like sorry, views put across. It looks like Arteta isn't doing a speech on the pitch. If he is, it's not being televised.
I'm gonna say that's that. Oh. Yeah, turn off the cameras. That's probably the smartest thing you can do, isn't it?
Maybe he'll do. I don't know. Maybe that little interview he did will be his speech. I don't know. He's talking absolute shite, I'd imagine. Anyway, I can't take a minute. Exactly. I got this all belt through these now because there's 23 people in the house. Make sure you smash the likes and make sure you get over the views. I'm sure if you're in here, you subscribe to views already, but if you don't, make sure you do. Boy Ten says, to be fair, we played well for what playing well means in the context of our tactics, but it's fucking ugly football. Exactly. It is. It's awful football. It's been awful for 2 years now. We had that little January period last season when we had a 4-0 and a 5-0 and a 6-0 and stuff like that. But that was it. That sort of painted over how boring we were from the start of that season on. This season's just been absolutely diabolical. Injuries or no injuries. It's been absolutely diabolical. As he says, I've seen enough to know that Arsenal team isn't winning anything next season, no matter who we sign. In the summer, the real issue is bigger than any one player. Yes, the manager. The manager and his tactics. I've said that, and I've planted my flag, and I always repeat myself. If he's in charge next season, we don't finish in the top 5. And I'm saying that straight up now. We do not finish in the top 5, no matter who we sign. No matter who we sign. I felt proper sleepy watching that match. Yeah, same here. Nearly fell asleep. Dr. Butts. Big up Shane and views in the chat. The Arteta sexual excuses are already flying. Of course they are. Now it's going to be that we were amazing to finish where we did. Absolutely amazing. Utter dross. Couldn't be. You see, the real fans are in here, views. These are the real fans that don't just get gassed because of what they just think that the other fans just think everything's fixed now. It's all fixed now. Shit performance. They don't see that our keeper got man of the match. They don't see that Newcastle missed a load of chances. They don't see that if Isak had been playing, he would have put one of them away. They just say, oh, well, we won 1-0, so everything's fixed now. Yeah. Everything is fixed now.
Not saying Saliba, that might have a big problem now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's a groin. That was coming. You know what I mean? And he'll want to leave. I don't know. We'll see what the summer brings. With Madrid signing Housen, I'd say they'll cool it on Saliba maybe, but I'm sure if they push it, he's gone. He's gone if they push it, man. Vigilante says, I'm going to wait until he is gone with focus more on next rugby season. Yeah. Normally enjoy both together. I hate feeling like this as an Arsenal fan. Arteta's killing the heart of my... Yeah, he's killing the heart of all the real fans, but the Cronkies don't care because there's just top gooners queuing up to take our place, man. There's top gooners. There's always... They're like lemmings, man. They're like rats, actually. You're always within 5 foot of a rat, they say, don't you?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yamal is saving football. Yamal is saving football. Barcelona is saving football, and Inter is saving football. Ryan Stockley says, don't matter who we sign, the problem is the manager. He's a serial bottler, coward, and has wasted 6 years of our lives. And I fucking fully agree with that, man. Quadra says, where's Raheem Sterling? You're about to see the best of me. Yeah. Where did he leave that? I think you forgot about that. Royce said we need to strengthen. Yeah, well, he knows. But he's probably being told that we are. Now he says, Shane, who had the better season? Crystal Palace. And Crystal Palace by an absolute country mile. Crystal Palace, the best season in their history. The best season in their history. And this is one of the worst seasons in our history. They've won much better. And whoever wins the Europa League, regardless of where they finish, had a better season. It's all about trophies, man. Palace, yeah. Arteta was never a nice person. I remember him mocking Rosicky for being injured, and Rosicky was like, wow, that's harsh. I wouldn't be surprised about that either. He's a narcissist. Where's our Champions League qualification trophy? Embarrassing season. Fully agree. Jeff Arteta out. Sell Saka and Odegaard. I wouldn't sell Saka now, but I mean, I would sell Odegaard. Big clean out needed. Yeah, there's plenty of people that can go before Saka. But if he is going to be as injured as we think, you know what I mean? Push. See, that says Frogger says, Shane, feel the same about our manager, but he isn't beyond criticism and it's being made clear to his supporters. It's our fucking club. Yeah, listen. This is the thing, views. This is the thing. The Arteta guys, they get so obsessed with him. We've been through this before, but we need to elaborate on it. That they don't follow the club anymore. They follow him. They're loyal to him. They don't care what happens to the club. They don't care about results as long as he stays and as long as they win arguments about him and as long as he comes out looking great. I mean, when this happens, it never ends well for a club. It never ends well for a club. It happened a bit with Wenger, but there's a lot of the Wenger outs like Lee and stuff will say he understood why they were putting up for him because he had every credit in the bank. He'd done all these things. I mean, where does the credit for this guy come? Is it just that he's so good at PR? Or is it just the younger generation? I don't know how you feel about it.
I think it's a little bit of mix of all of it. He's very good at PR. He's in the wrong job. He should be doing politics. He should be doing WWE. He should be doing something else. He should be an actor. He should be in Hollywood. Like he's very good at baffling people and talking in circles. But yeah, this is what I don't understand. So this is what I try and ask for these top gooners. What is it going to take you? Why are we the only club where someone, like I said, we're like the College of Northwest London. You can come and get your badges, come and get your qualifications. Why are we that club where you can come and do your work? One FA Cup, guys, one FA Cup. We've only won 2 games in the FA Cup in 5 years. How much credit does that get you? Eric Ten Hag won a League Cup. He won an FA Cup in 2 years, and he never had no credit. So it's, me and you are of the same volition, but I honestly, I always try and understand with these people that back him, and I can't say it's young people, I can't say it's old people, because I've seen extremes from people way older than me and people way younger than me. So I don't know what it is. He's AI, maybe he's good looking. Honestly, I don't know what I can't honestly tell you. How does one FA Cup get you 5 years credit?
I don't know. But the thing is, what you said about Ten Hag, and I always say it, he, even when he was winning stuff, yes, they were really far down the league, but he got pelters every press conference. They asked him all the questions that you needed to be asked. Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Why is he playing? Can you explain why you're losing so much? Can you explain? Arsenal just let in people. I think about 7 or 8 of them are plants. I really think a few of them are plants. When they're asked some things like, I think so. When they're asked some things like, do you get enough credit for what you've done with this club? And you're like, come on, man. You know what I mean? When everything's going wrong, and do you get enough credit? It's the same old shite all the time. And I don't know why he doesn't get pushed. They must bar people who ask questions. Because I think you're one that interviewed him recently. I heard someone say when he said, oh yeah, well, their keeper got man of the match, and he said, well, no, Hakimi did, and he looked like he wanted to kill her. I think she did the same sort of thing a year ago, and she hasn't been in the press conference since. Something
Right.
along those lines, where she,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
No,
So
no,
if
you're right.
you push them, you're out. You're
They
out.
get
You know what I mean.
screened.
That's
They
why they
get
have all
screened,
these.
and
They
it's-
have all these Charlie Watts and all in. Yeah,
and they're
exactly.
meant to be in the they're meant to be independent, but you can tell that they obviously get screened. He never gets the type of questions that we want to ask this guy.
Yeah.
Never, ever,
Not one.
ever. And we want to have our say. So then you've got people like us who have our channels, do our shows, have our say. And then even the people that come out the stadium want to have their say. They go onto the mutant channel and they're even being conditioned on that channel as well. You know what I mean? So even there, you want to come out and say what you want to say about your club, and you can't, because there's even conditioning over there as well. And that's what's going on. It's been going on since Wenger, but as you said, bro, he had credit in the bank, loads of it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas, what has this guy done?
Yeah.
What has he done? One FA Cup. You know, so I'm with you, man. I just don't understand it. But you're right. He doesn't like, the press should be like hound dogs on him. They should really, like, because apparently,
Yeah.
you know, not even apparently, the media for a long time have not liked Arsenal. The whole football world don't like Arsenal. So why all of a sudden are they so pally? It's, you know, it's such a act. It's such, you know, they're obviously getting screened. So I can't tell you why.
But like, when you have the AFTV guys, like, people say, oh, they're in their pockets, whether it's money or not, it's definitely access. It's definitely access to these players. And Arteta could end it like that. He'd end it like that. If they piss him off, I don't want them near my club again. And he's got so much power that'll happen, that they know it. So they have to tread carefully. So they're being corrupted. That's pretty much the terminology of being corrupted, where you're making decisions that aren't your own to suit a narrative. But, you know, you need somebody. Apparently, Paul Merson, my missus said to me when I was down getting a drink, she said that Paul Merson said if he's out of the top two at Christmas, they should start asking questions. So I'm surprised by him, because he's a bit top goonerish sometimes. You know what I mean? Not all the time, but sometimes. So, lads, once it starts getting said, you know, once the press start putting deadlines on things, not official deadlines, but, you know, if this doesn't happen and that doesn't happen, they have to start looking at this. But Gary Neville was just brown-nosed on the whole match, you know. Oh, this, like everything's so easy now with him and Bertie. He said it won't be a long meeting. He'll just go in and say, I just need these pieces, and that's all pieces. This piece, this, all this narrative that's being created by Arteta, phases, you know, progress, pieces. It's always just something's needed. All the time, something's needed. Look at Lasner. Look at Eddie Howe. Look at Conte. Look at all these managers that have won straight off the bat. And it's just, it's always the same, you know. Like Danny's saying there, everything's so predictable. Odegaard shuffle, waiting to lob it, Saka behind. Yeah, I didn't even celebrate the goal. I wasn't big about it. I sort of went, way, and my missus went, yeah, you know, that was it.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like, okay, great. I was happy for Rice because I like him, but I don't know. Boy 10 says, as do all good attackers. Oh, sorry, yeah, that might be related to something else. Like I say, Rostock's me too. Yeah, for the season end. I can't wait for the season end. I swear down one of our worst seasons. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Bruce Rioch finished 5th, but we played better football. Boy 10 says, dumbest suggestion. Says, yeah, no, I think it was just anger talking, man. I think it was just anger talking. Yeah, Vigilante, big up. Ryan Stockley saying, Ethan, for the sake of your career potential, just leave. 100%. I think he should. I'm all for him leaving. I think he should. I think I want him to go on loan so he's not getting his career stunted. Go to Germany. I've said many times, go to Dortmund or something. But if I was him, I'd leave full time, because just out of spite, I go, Joe, fuck you. And fuck
I'd
that
definitely
manager,
be on the phone to my agent, like, what is this? Do you know
straight away? Because if he went up for transfer, there'd be many a team after him. Most teams would be after him.
Absolutely.
Even City would be looking at him.
Yeah, of course. I'm pretty sure there'll be teams in every top division in the world looking at Ethan Wanyeri, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, and Arteta's got one, and what does he do with it? He puts it on the bench and ignores it, you know. And people are like, oh yeah, even me, I'm like, I want Gyökeres, but what's he gonna do with him, bro?
Yeah,
what's he gonna do with him?
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna ruin him. That's what he does.
Yeah,
that's what he does. He does that with all attacking players. Clips their wings.
As soon as Saka comes back, and even today, Saka shouldn't have started. Even today,
no,
Saka shouldn't have started.
Yeah,
it should have been Ethan, and then you bring Saka on. You know, Jorginho was fit enough to get a run out in the game. So why didn't you take off Rice? You look knackered. You know, not to say I wanted Odegaard to stay on the pitch, but you're taking him off at like 89 minutes or whatever. Why are you not taking off Rice? Like, this guy, bro. I just don't understand him. That's what it is. And it's like, this is meant to be the guy running our club. This is meant to be the leader, the general to lead us forward. And I'm looking at you like I just want to put you in a headlock. Like, it's it's not good. It's not good, guys. It's not good, guys. Not good, guys.
Yeah, sure. You even have AK there, Man City fans saying, "Bring Ethan to us." You know what I mean? I can see Barcelona. I'm not just throwing it out there. I can see them going, "Look, if we get him for 20 million, get him in. We'll edge him into the team. He can cover Pedri. He can cover Yamal. He can, and they'd play him all. He'd ball out over there, man. He would ball out over there.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Why not saying they aren't the rats we are? They're like cockroaches scurrying around. Yeah. You use that one, views, don't you? Like cockroaches in the kitchen when you turn on the light, they just scuttle under the cooker and stuff like that. Yeah. There are Arsenal FC fans and Arteta FC fans. Exactly, Ryan. Exactly. You spit facts, man. I have to say, you do spit facts. Have you heard his speech? No. Did he do the one with the microphone, Danny? Did he do it out on the pitch, or was it just an interview? Because if it's the interview, it's the interview. But he normally does the end of. I hope he fucking didn't do another one. It looked like the stadium is clearing out. Yeah, watching on are way more entertaining than the matches. They are for Arsenal matches, man. They are for Arsenal matches. Danny, no, I can't have broken too many things. And yeah, Vigilante smashes things up when he watches the match. But Arteta owes you a lot of money, Vigilante, for your household fucking appliances. People just like that. Arteta dresses well, isn't balding, and stay fit. Yeah, that's why I always say that Sean Dyche is just a bald Arteta, man. I'm so glad there are fans out there who see it like I do. There you go, Ryan. That's why we're here. That's why we have this community. And there's 30-something of you in here. Make sure you smash those likes with people. Make sure you get over and sub the views. I'll pin it now, views, if you want to run with this. If Arteta was fat and wore suits, they would all want them out. But that's the thing, though, views. It is a good point, because if he was named like Sam Allardyce and he was a big fat English lad and he went 5 years, they'd be hounding him. The Arteta section would be all over him. And I don't mean that like as a joke. They would, though, wouldn't they? It's all appearances for them.
Yeah. It'll be that. And I'm surprised with the media. As you said, great example with Ten Hag. They weren't taking it easy on him, and he was winning.
Hounded him.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they hounded him.
Hounded him out, like release the hounds, like they really do. So, and I'm just like, what is this? What is this turnaround? Because as long as I've always known, especially in early 90s and going into the 2000s and that Arsenal versus Man United, that rivalry, the media's hated Arsenal. Do you know what I'm saying? It's always been the same. Always been the same. So why all of a sudden is it some mad 360 and it's like, we're the media darling? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because they know the guy's an idiot. They know he ain't winning. And as you said, bro, here we are, because this guy's hair don't move in the wind. And as you said, he ain't balding. But he ain't balding, you know what I mean? Things like that. He might look all right. Now all of a sudden he got the keys to the city. The keys to the city. He's the media darling. All of a sudden, he's on levels with Pep, all sorts. So I'm just like, but then I'll use that same example when Arsenal fans, not even Arsenal fans of everyone in the league, when everyone was saying last year, keep Ten Hag, keep Ten Hag. You know why? Because we was laughing. We knew it's going to be rubbish. We knew it's going to mean more losses. That's why we were saying keep Ten Hag. And I slyly think maybe the media think that as well. Like, let's just carry on with this. This is joke. Arsenal are not winning. You know what I mean? And they're all sniggering behind his back. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think so. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I always say that, but these are football people. These are people like Gary Neville that were playing for teams that won all the time. These are they won all the time, and they can't seem to see that it's not right, or else. I don't know what they're afraid of. I really don't know what they're afraid of. Danny says, I haven't heard much, Vigilante, but he said basically the circumstances we've had this season, of course, any other team would finish God knows where. So basically, yeah. Which I knew he would. It was a guarantee. Gail Davis used to get in the pressers and she pressed him on things and she hasn't been, well, yeah, there you go. There's another one that got booted out. Yeah, she used to go for him. Yep. Vigilante said, Van de Silva will laugh, not get annoyed. Also, real people speaking facts. That's what it's all about. He thinks far too highly of himself. He does exactly.
Gail Davis, ain't that who you call Gordon?
Sorry?
No, it ain't, is it? I'm getting confused. Who is it that you call Gordon? Why did I just think that was Gail Davis? It's not.
Oh, Gordon. No, it's what's her name? Claire Balding. Claire Balding.
That's what it was. I don't know why. When you said
this one.
Proper bowl.
It's actually uncanny though, isn't it? I mean, if you put her in a Newcastle jersey, you wouldn't know. It'd take you a second to realize it wasn't him.
If she turned up at the Emirates like this summer,
yeah.
Gordon, like,
Gordon's here, man. It's on Gordon. Uncanny one. Player by Balding settings. Yeah.
Yeah.
One FA Cup with Wenger's Emery squad. Fuck all. And so, yeah. And the one that AFC always puts up sometimes about all the finals and wins. You saw that today, Views.
Yeah.
Of Chelsea and United and all that is terrifying, man. The difference. Kyle Watts is in the house. There you go, Kyle. The volcanoes in the house. What's the story, my man? And make sure you get up the Kyle and subscribe. Absolute legend. Absolute real one. I went there with the missus for the day. Yeah. Who cares about second? You did right, Kyle. You did right. I wish I should have done. I wish I'd have done the same. Yeah. Since I switched the game off. Excuse me, people. I started to calm down. I avoided the speech. Yeah, it's going to be the same crap, isn't it? Merson said second is an achievement. The club's going, but fucking hell. So he wasn't saying what I thought he was. Yeah, I couldn't stomach it. Yeah, it's all the same. Eddie Howe much better than 100%. Havertz touching the pitch before Ethan is criminal. Fully agree, Taron. Fully agree. But it's his way of fucking showing Ethan who's in charge. At fucking 17, just gone on 18-year-old punishing him. Unbelievable, man. It really is the same old crap with this guy. Hansi Flick is a top. That's a proper coach. That is a proper coach. Dr. Bush says, if Pillowfoot is that injured and requiring surgery, why is this telenovela actress of a manager still fielding him? It's a laugh. Yeah, and he could be playing Ethan. So he'd rather play an injured player than Ethan. Play an injured player than Ethan. Unbelievable. Inter, Lazio, Napoli, Parma tonight. Wow. I might actually play for them, man.
Some good
that
football.
Might be good. That's for the league, really. Whoever wins them. Second place
The
treble is second. Darren Brown, I haven't heard that name in years. I think Arteta might be using actual black magic. He has to be doing something. Because I don't know. Take a look at Emil Heskey's sons. Both of them are balling out in our academy. I didn't know that. That. They can't be any worse than their fucking father. He was awful. He was. I just Views thing there. I'll pin it now in a second. Make sure you go over and subscribe to Views. 31 is in the house. Smash those likes. Egal giving City Stick calling the bottlers. He won't call Arteta bottler. This is unbelievable, man. To me, this guy, bro. Bollocks, man. He dismisses the FA Cup. Then he bigs it up when we're in it. Then he dismisses it. He bigs it up when Arteta wins it. Then he dismisses it when another team's in it. So if it's such a mediocre cup, then what does it matter if City lost it? He really is.
He's a cancer. Oh man,
yeah.
People like him.
He's a character, and he's playing a cartoon character. You know what I mean? He's just going against everything now. He's just playing. He's going for clicks. And now I'm convinced it's just subs and clicks. Subs.
It's always fun to remember special times, and the happiest memories of all are the ones we share with the friends we love. I love you. You love me. We're a happy family with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too?
I had another one of his minions in my chat today.
Yeah, he said the streets ain't safe.
Oh, that was yesterday. A different one in then. A different guy in, man. He said something again. But we got a picture. The guy that went for me, right? I think it was Aaron pointing. He goes, look at his profile picture. His profile picture is 4 different pictures of Igal. What a fucking clown, man. What a mid. Imagine idolizing Igal. Like, fuck me. It'd be different if he had a picture of Bergkamp or even Havertz or whoever if he's a current player, but he has pictures of Igal as a screensaver. Like, that's worrying. If I was his parents, I'd be worried, man. Eaton will be the next youngster to shine in our academy. Yeah, City. Yeah. It's how he created the cult. That's what he does. 2004. Don't be satisfied in 2025 or heterosexuals are gushing over second. Yeah, well, that pretty much explains it. See more. That pretty much explains the whole thing. Because logic can't make sense out of madness. Some dark stuff happening behind the scenes. We'll see what's going to happen behind the scenes. Hopefully he's getting pressured. That's all we can hope for. Danny reacts as Arteta said, the one upstairs will take care of the summer, of course. Basically blamed him now if anything goes wrong. And
I've said that as well.
Not me, and 100% believe it. Yeah. That's the thing, Views, isn't it? Because now every signing that works out will be Arteta's, and everyone that fails will be Berta's.
Just like every win. Just like every win is the credit of Arteta, and every loss is not the fault of Arteta. Like, make it make sense, people. Yeah. Make it make sense. Big up Danny reacts.
That's what Igal said, didn't he? Legend, absolute legend, Danny.
Yeah.
Big up everyone. Big up Storm Steel, by the way. Another season of mediocrity led by a clueless clown. I'm not sure how much of Arteta ball I can take it. I don't know if I can take it anymore. Hopefully the summer rejuvenates me. Hopefully the summer rejuvenates me, and then I can sort of push past it. But he's got a few grey hairs, so I've noticed now, though. Yeah, man. Yeah. Since the purchase come in, he's aged a bit, man. I'll give him that. That's a good sign for us.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if he hasn't had his grimy fingers in Arsenal's accounts. Yeah, but him and Edu, man. Him and Edu slipping the money out. Gary Neville bending over constantly for the Arteta. He is shocking for it, man. And he's a winner. You know what I mean? That guy's a fucking winner. And there's Kyle Walsh. Make sure you get over to Kyle Walsh. Absolutely legend, man. I think he's pushing for the 500 at the moment.
Come on, guys.
Let's get him there. Let's get him there. Van de Silver, yeah, but I'm hoping Edu exposes everything in June. I think that's why they're trying to. That's why I don't know if this he took 4 million thing. I'm a bit wary of believing that views, as in, are they trying to muddy him so when he comes out and badmouths Arteta that his word means something? Like, is it a smear campaign before? Because this seems to have just gone away now. This seems to have gone away now. They've leaked this to people that know people around the club. Something like this, if that gets leaked, that's all over the press. That's if that's real, it's all over the press straight away. And I haven't seen anything about it in the press, which makes me think that they're just trying to muddy him a bit. So when he comes out and fucking berates the club now, they're trying to badmouth him. And what do you think? Do you think it's sort of like a classic political smear campaigin to belittle him?
Absolutely. And we're going to look like tin foil hats, because every 5 minutes, everything's a conspiracy. But this is what the club has made us into. But you're absolutely right, because I'm just seeing it for what it is. It's just political. They're like think tank. Think of Gerard Butler, law-abiding citizen, like thinking 5-10 moves ahead. This is what they do. He could come out and say this. All right, cool. Oh, because I honestly believe we signed Berta in January. I honestly believe that.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah.
I honestly believe that. But they just held up because the club knew that they weren't going to spend any money. You know what I mean? Berta probably was told you ain't going to get any money. You know what I mean? And that's why they waited till the FA Cup. When we were out, all of our fans are going to be upset. Let's put out the news about Berta, just like they did with the Zubimendi thing. And they done the same story within not even 3 months. The same story, literally. And it's still not confirmed. But everyone's still talking like Zubimendi's an Arsenal player. He is, in terms of football, I don't think he's very smart. But in terms of just like PR, in terms of like just his whole spill, like he's very smart with that. That's why I think he's been put on 50 million. He knows how to make money. Like the club knows how to make money. They don't spend it very well, but they know how to make money. And like I said, money laundering and human trafficking, my guy. That's it. That's
what it is. And see, this is the thing. Like you said, with the PR, he's a genius. But so are all politicians and cult leaders. They're able to convince people that the truth isn't the truth. And that's all he's good at. So he would be a good politician or a cult leader, but someone's have to put in something here. Danny has put Harry Semio. We all know what Semio he gets, man. Just tweeted, we've got Super Mick Arteta rings around Emirates Stadium. Goes to show what the match going fans think of him. So the match day fans are the real fans. Fucking weapon. What a fucking weapon. Exactly, you're right, Danny. He is a fucking weapon. That guy's a cancer to the club as well, man.
Yep.
What? Someone told me that he didn't even start that channel himself. He got it off someone else. Or
the thing is, right? The thing is, right? All of these people have got massive followings. Egal, 30 odd. I don't know how much he's got. Loads of followers. David, I call him Bavid Attenborough. Bavs. He's always whispering.
Yeah.
He's got over 200k. Yeah, he's got over 200. It's
dangerous, though, isn't it?
It's dangerous. And look at our biggest guy, who our biggest advocate, the legend, Lee Gunner, 100k. Yeah, and he's been here for years. And that's because of, obviously, the AFTV. And you understand, he's put in the work and everything. That's our biggest voice. But they've got so many voices. Yeah, Highbury squad. I don't know what they're on. They're all just... Oh my God, man! I can't even put words to it. They're so honestly the cancer of this club. All of these people, sending you fucking Sophie, whatever her name is. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, what's the fucking matter with these people, man? Christy and Marty, and they're all on AFTV. They all got the biggest platforms, the biggest reach. But it's people like us that want the best for our club. You're just doing it for attention. What attention do we get?
Yeah, I just got to get something here. Someone just sent me something. I'm just going to put it up for now. Give me 2 seconds. I will just get it up for these people. This is brilliant, man. This is absolutely brilliant. Unbelievable. This is one of the kings of the top gooners at the match. New kit boss. Hey, the brand new kid.
Oh
The
my
brand
God.
new kid.
Oh my God. Look at this guy,
Look
bro.
at that. He's got
Look
the
at this
brand new
guy,
kid.
bro. Look at him. Look at him, dude.
Unbelievable, man. The
And it's all
brand new
about
kid
this.
all ready to go.
It's all about this. I want to take
Yeah.
pictures, you know, because
Yeah.
a lot of people don't know that he lives in England, which he does. Obviously, he's from Canada, but
Yeah,
he
he
lives
does. Yeah,
over
yeah, he
here.
moved over a while ago. Did he?
Do you know what I mean? So everyone's like, "Oh, you don't go to game," and this is what it's all about. You know, e-girl.
Yep.
You know, AI, bruv. This
Yep.
guy's AI, bruv. It's just
The
disgusting,
brand
bro.
new
Honestly,
kid. The
looking at,
brand new kid.
oh,
This is what we're dealing with, man. This is what we're dealing with. Danny says, honestly, get Harry on Lee's show. Lee said he's a nice guy, but he needs a humbling, especially Jez can humble him, or is he not a fan
they
now
won't go
since he
on
doesn't
Lee's
go to games?
platform.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
They won't
Exactly.
go on his platform.
He's saying that
They'll go
you
on
wouldn't go
Dan's.
near it.
Yeah.
He'd go on Dan's all right. Yeah. Rich says, panel chat, just dropping in before a night shift at work. Another pathetic, boring performance. And this prick talking about standards and now we've won F1 in 5 years and he's took Wembley days away. Yeah. And they eat it up. They eat it up, Rich. And have a good day. Have a good time at work, man. But yeah, they eat it up. They eat it up. Facts like Wembley is a myth, exactly. Ryan says, I know it won't happen, but Arteta needs to, Bertha needs to sack Arteta after Southampton. Yeah, man, it would just make my summer. It would make my summer. Do you think Newcastle should have had a pen? I can't even remember.
I think it was late. I think it was really late in the game, Bruno Guimaraes. But I don't think.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Nah,
yeah, I don't think it was. And to be honest, the game shouldn't even have been going. Like, what was that? 3.5 minutes. You know, 3.5 minutes time on extra time. Like, and we should have had 2 free kicks in that period as well. So no, I don't.
Curtis Shaw said your channel can blow up if you hype the club and manager. Yeah, the social machine wants. Yes, man. Yeah, no, you can. You can blow up because when you go onto the YouTube studio thing, if they know like that you're into football or whatever, it'll give you like 3 trending points that you can use. And you can type them in. Stuff. Exactly. So if you type in, you know, Gyökeres signs or whatever like that, you can get it. And if you look at the goals, he doesn't say Arsenal look at Gyökeres. He'll say Gyökeres and then in capital signs. Like, and then you go, well, you can't say that because he hasn't signed. And they just get you to click in. You know, Flowers does it as well, man. Flowers and
he's one of the worst at it, man. My God.
Goldridge and all. The Flowers and Goldridge do. Smashy and Nicey, man. Smashy and fucking
With a
Nicey.
young friend, get a video out of the latest film release. I know, buy some popcorn, maybe a few beers, get a takeaway pizza.
Or a Chinese.
Indeed, or perhaps a nice curry. Yup, you can't beat a nice quiet night in for a change.
That's exactly what they're like. In honor of Stone Cold. What?
Legends.
What? Gotta love a bit of Stone Cold, man.
Legends, man.
I love a bit of Stone Cold.
Harry
Real bad man. Did you ever see that video? I love that video, man. I don't know why I love it so much. 22 kids, 23 played about it. A real bad man.
21 forever, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Peter Pan syndrome, man. Danny says, we heard African Gooner, whatever he's called, on Dan's show the other night saying I have to tweet positive stuff, not negative. So basically shit that's not true. Yeah, this is the problem when these fans say, this bothers me views, and they say, oh, you have to be, why can't you be more positive? Why can't you just get behind the team? So they just want you to just get behind the team, no matter what's happening. Just be happy, cheer along, even if they're losing, even if you can see the injuries, even if you can see all this bad stuff. I mean, they say we're not real fans. To me, that's not a real fan. That's just someone living in a fantasy world.
It's a cult member. It's like religion. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's fantasy world, however you want to say it. Lemons, dopamine addicts. Do you know what I mean? Oh, you're fair weather. You're fair weather. If you like, no, use lot of more fair weather. Like because you're just willing to accept anything. You know, it doesn't. You know, like a beaten wife. I don't advocate for any of that stuff. But it's just that's just the first thing that comes to mind. Why are you not leaving? Do you know what I mean? You're just cult. And want more. How can we be, like I said, if you love something, you let it go. Yeah. If you got a kid and they're participating in an event, do you just say, oh yeah, like well done for participating? No, you don't. You ask them, what are you gonna do better next year, son? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's what I do to my kids. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
We're not trying to breed participants, we're trying to breed winners. Like, Yeah. So you're absolutely right. And these go on, sorry.
Sorry, go on. No, go on.
I was just going to say, and the same people would then go and tell you, well, if you don't like it so much, go and support Spurs. Like, That is the most backwards argument
That's the
ever heard.
go-to, isn't it?
Complaining that we don't win and we ain't got trophies. Why on earth would I then go and support them lot? Like, anyway. But yeah, it's true, and it's like I said, these people are really ruining our club. And someone like yourself, someone who knows a lot about the club, yeah. I was trying to ask Lawrence when he was on the intervention. I don't remember there ever being Graham in, Graham out, Rioch in, Rioch out. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No. Yeah.
So it's
the last time would have been Bertie Meads. I know there was a couple after that, but then from George Graham on, even Ria, because he only had 1 year. It was quite a shock when he got fired. It was a lot to do with Ian Wright put in a transfer request. That was a big part of it. They've never said that, but that was a big part. He couldn't. Apparently, Rioch was showing him videotapes of John McGinley. He used to play a pretty big donkey. He used to play front for Bolton, going, I want you to make this run and that run, and Ian Wright was going like John McGinley, like that guy who gets about 5 goals a season. But I think Rioch came in and he never realised he was at a big club. But Boy 10 says something here. Is it Dio or Boy 10? Which do you call him? Do you call him Boy 10 or Dio?
I call him Dio, bro. I call him Dio, man.
Yeah, it was only because Rashid was calling him Boy 10, but it's Dio, man. Dio, yeah. Question to Shane of views. What percentage of the fan base are NPCs? I'll go first. I think about 90%. I think about 90% are top earners.
Hang on.
What about you, views?
90, 90%.
It would be about that, wouldn't it?
That was the first number that came to my mind.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's terrifying to me as well.
That's terrifying. It's terrifying. I mean, what future do we have? You know, like I said, they're trying to build. It's like they're trying to build the BET network or MTV base or something. It's just a culture, you know. It's just reality shows, competitions, you know, dogs, plushies. Where's the football? You know, that's the reason they're able to be rich. That's what you got to ask yourself, people. If you're gonna just buy into something, the church or something like that, you know, that's meant to be a godly being that you believe in and all this kind of stuff. Like, what is there to believe in at this club?
Yeah.
What does it do well apart from PR? That's just what you got to ask yourself at this point. What's the highlight?
See, and there's a lot of people here making the point views that, you know, your man Harry Semia wouldn't touch these parts of YouTube and stuff like that. And, you know, you have to have your dignity in any avenue on YouTube. If you're a yes man, you can make millions. But, I mean, it is that whole thing of, you know, seeing Mr. Burns in his cavernous house with his fucking brandy and, you know, nobody around him. You know what I mean? I'd rather have my dignity. You know what I mean? I'd rather have my dignity. And I'd rather stick to what I believe in. And look, this channel could be the most positive channel in the world 2 years from now. If Arteta is gone and we're winning shit, I'll be coming on every time, praise and everything. Don't get me wrong, I'll still call out players when they're not playing well. I'll call out the manager if he's made a bad mistake. I'll be bashing other teams if they're not doing well. But I don't want to be in this position. I don't want to be. I needed to do it to get it out, and the chat come in to get it out as well. The breakfast thing is becoming out. People are coming in and they're getting their anger out, and then we all feel better after it. The most healthy thing in the world to do. But I'd rather be coming in and just, you know, bouncing around, chest out. The old Danny Dialogue. I have to play the video, man. I have to play the video.
Before too long, I was back to my old self. All right, girls. Hiya. Who I love? A couple of salts. What's up my street?
Couple of salts. Right up my street. What a fucking legend, man. He's just become
girls.
a parody of himself, that guy, isn't he? Well, I remember seeing one. I think a comedian covered it before, the Scottish lad, but there was one where you know when he did the football rivalries. Remember he did the football rivalries videos, and he goes to Glasgow and he's like, tension's building here, right? And it's like a 12 o'clock day kickoff or something, right? And he's outside the ground, he's going like, guys, you can really feel it. The out ticket down 90. And you just see like some flat walk across to the sun eating a burger, like, you know what I mean? There's nothing at all. He's like, guys.
I used to love it when he used to go in. I used to love it when he used to go and see all, like, you know, the hardest men and all that. Oh man, like, he is literally a walking meme, man. But he's a national treasure. When you see him walking like that, you are. You
ever see the game show you did? The Whoa. You did a game show.
Whoa.
The Whoa.
Yeah.
The Whoa.
The Whoa.
Whoa, what we got? That's brilliant.
It's crazy, man.
Dio says, I went full positive in 22-23, and all the people are saying we should be positive. Exactly. Could commit to being positive in that season because they weren't sure if it was a title challenge. I was buzzing, man. I was proper. All right, girls. Couple of salts all that year, man. Yeah. All that year. And then we blew it. And then I went in positive the next year. 2 games in, I knew we were cooked. 2 games into the next season, I knew we were done. The way we were playing, Party at right back, dropped Gabrielle, played really boring football. I knew we were done. I knew he had just had his moment and blown it. And from then on, he's proved me right. Banta says, and it eats away And then when the club fails and the true fans call him out, eventually the mutants will snap. Yeah, they have to at some point. They'll snap when he gets fired, and then they'll hate whoever comes in after. You know what it'll be like? It'll be like someone whose dad dies or leaves, and then when the stepfather comes in, they hate him straight away just because he's not their dad. You're not my real dad. That's what it'll be like. Whatever manager comes in.
Like Emery, basically.
Oh, Emery. Yeah, Emery. Yeah, it happened to him too. E. Ross is in the house. What's the story, my man? The day Arteta leaves, it'll feel like we won a trophy. I can't wait. I said that, man, Dove. I've said that many a time that if he leaves, just imagine he got fired at the end of the season. I'd be happier than Palace fans, Newcastle fans, and Liverpool fans. I know deep down I'd be happier than them because I'd have hope, and nothing's more exhilarating than hope. I would have hope because we'd be out without this fucking manager, man. Agreed, sooner the better, God willing. ZZ's in the house, man. Even though Top Gooners can be annoying, they still get views and subs because they make arguments and provide context. I've watched you for 40 minutes and you have said it how you hate the manager. Yeah, man. All you have said is how you hate the manager. Yeah, I do, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? But I don't know if that's a compliment or if you're saying that that's all I've said. But yeah, we don't want to get views for the sake of it, man. You know what I mean? Because they will make arguments and provide context. They don't provide context, man. Not in any way do they provide context. And when you hit them with facts, they don't understand it. You can pretend the 10 isn't there. So, okay, so there's Boy Dio. That's what I do when I reference myself. Boy Dio. There you go. Or just Boy or Dio. Whatever, man. Want to go with. It's just a screen name. No problem, man. Boy Dio it is. Gunners, these in the house. Our rivals finished one spot from relegation while we finished one spot from the title. That's true. But it's the same difference, really, if they win a competition. Jose was right when he said specialist and failure. Fully agree. Facts, it's like therapy to come here and just get out the anger. There you go. Peppermint.
Let me just make that point before you jump back in, because ZZ was obviously saying this. You're obviously not watching the right show. Yeah, when we do these live match reactions, it's basically so people can come in and have their say about the game, about how they feel about the club, and come to vent. Just like the full Irish in the morning, just like the intervention in the afternoon. This is what we do. Yeah, so people can have their say. Yeah, if you want to see other stuff and other content where there is more explanation, there's been loads of those as well. There's been graphs, there's been charts, there's been evidence, there's been context, there's been loads of them. You know, so maybe and just give some.
If you want to come in here and have a watch and you're respectful like this, it's no problem. And you said, what would you take the 5 years before Mikel and the 5 years of Mikel? I'd take the 5 years before because we won 3 FA Cups in that time, mate.
Facts.
Or 2. Sorry, we won 2. We won 2 in Wenger's last 3 years. And then the Emery year. And then, so no, 3 FA Cups. Yeah, so we won 3 FA Cups. I'd rather win 3 FA Cups than absolutely zippity fucking do that. Before, there you go. No question. Before, there you go. All the toxic positive fans had no belief in 22-23. I will never forget that shit. Now they want to have all this belief in post when our best chance is squandered. Yeah, because now they're desperate. And some of them absolutely... They have to go against the grain. So that's what they do. They love to sort of, what's the biggest argument I can get? Oh, I can go on a channel where 6 people want this guy out and I can be the only one who wants him in. So I can go on there. I'm absolutely bricking it, man.
And let me just say as well quickly, because we always get that. That's on the Top Gooner bingo as well. Like, look where he's taken us. We're competing again. We was in the depths of hell. Obviously, there's variations of what he's trying to say. But how can you look on that football and tell me you're entertained? It stinks. It's rubbish. What's the plan A? What's the plan B? You're really entertained watching that football. I'll tell you why everyone was so positive in 22-23, because we played good football. We was excited.
And it came out of nowhere, views. Came out of nowhere.
Exactly. Came out of nowhere. We was excited. We were going for games. We were scoring. We're just going to score more than you. You know, the cannon, all that kind of shit. We're trying to gun teams down. Not this pragmatic, boring, Stoke, long throw, long ball, crossing to no one. How can you say you're entertained by this? This is rubbish football.
Yeah.
Absolutely stinks.
Yeah. And the thing is, views as well, is that there was that season. Then last season, we got closer. But we were lucky to get closer last season. We played awful. It was really awful football last season. And now this season is 10 times worse. It's just gotten progressively worse. So when we're saying, oh, look, we want him out, it's not because just this season was bad. It's because we can see next season is going to be even worse again. It's going to be even worse again. And we can see that he's lost the dressing room. We can see that he doesn't have a clue anymore. He got lucky. That first season, he caught us by surprise. He caught the opposition by surprise. He got everybody by surprise. We were expected we might get 4th. We might, because we had just blown fourth the year before. We might get fourth. We didn't know that Saliba was going to hit the ground running like that. We didn't know that Ben White would work out as a right back. You know what I mean? We didn't know that Odegaard would have the only good season he's ever had. We didn't know that you know, and then they all came in, and we didn't know Xhaka was going to have his only good season. All these things fell into place. We came out of the blocks, and the funny thing is, by the second half of the season, teams had gone, okay, Everton got a 0-0 against them playing a low block. That was one of when we were in a run, or they beat us 1-0, sorry, with Sean Dyche's first game, put a halt to us. By the time they came back around to playing these teams, they all went low block. We fell apart. They blamed Saliba's injury. It wasn't. He just got figured out. Next season, he went defensive because of PTSD. Couldn't break down a low block. This season can't break down a low block. And it's like, come on, man. He's had 5 years to sign a striker. There's just an endless amount of things. There's even the records he breaks. I have one more record here, right, which I'll put up. And it's the Bournemouth have only ever beaten us twice in one season, this season.
Record breaker! Attack to the record breaker!
Attack to the record breaker!
What's going on? And the thing is, right, we can do this all day. We can do this all day. We can put up numbers and stuff all day. We can do it. We can put up Odegaard's pass percentages. How much
man,
he passes back. You know, we can do it. We can do it. But you know, what's the anyway. But there you go.
You know, they will come up with XG and all this crap. They use it when they want to. But that first half, Arsenal had 60% possession. Newcastle battered us. It means nothing. It means nothing having that possession. They battered us. You know what I mean? We used to just watch a game before it had possession and stuff like that and go, well, they battered us first half and we had better second half. As simple as that. But they'll go, oh, but we had more possession in the first half, so we were better the first half. And then we had more shots in the second half.
I think they had like 10 shots in the first half.
They were peppering our goal. If Isak had been there, they bury a couple of goals at least. Danny says, we see Marty McFly, that's what I call him, the other night, chat other shit. How can you be his age, like that, and not rather be an honest person? I'd rather have no channel, no money, and be honest. Now, 100%, mate. And there's not many people out there like that anymore. The social media generation where people said, I was flicking through today, man. I don't know if anyone else has seen her. She was watching a game, ugly as sin, man, but she just had a bra on, right? Because it's a Spider Girl or something, right? And she's watching the match, and she's just doing this, and she's doing a watch along, just tattoos, just wearing a bra, just doing that on YouTube, just bounced her tits on, and she's ugly as sin. She had a face like a chewed toffee, like, but because she has the bra on, you know what I mean? And this is.
Like a punch lasagna, but that's what girls can do. That's what girls can do. That's what they can do. But this
is the thing, and that's why I'm saying to Danny's point that they've just become this thing now that if you can be popular in school, if you have a lot of followers on some channel, or you have a lot of, you know, there's a girl in my daughter's class, like she was only like 10, but she was doing this where they run around like animals or something. It was the thing for a while there, whatever it is. But she had a YouTube channel. But like I had 10,000 subscribers or something. I was saying to my missus, they're all fucking pedos, man. They're all pedos. That are doing that. It's a little girl running around on her hands and knees. Like, the parents should have been fucking locked up.
They should have been all over that. Do you know what? If they were actually making money from that, you know what I'm saying?
They keep doing it. That's the thing, and that's why I'm getting on to Danny's point. Is that it's just got to the point now where this seems to be a thing. Like I'm like him, and there's not many like you, Danny. There's not many like you, and you're a young lad as well, so it's nice to see. There's not many like you that would just go, no, I'd rather have my dignity, because at the end of the day, if you die with an extra fucking 50 grand in the bank, if you've just been a character your whole life, and what's the point, man? What's the point? I'd say a lot of these people, these flowers and these lads that play characters, I say they cry themselves to sleep a lot of nights, man.
Yeah.
Oh, why don't people like me for who I am? Because who you are is an absolute gimp. Gun Down says, just on my match reaction, second again, ole. Fuck yeah.
And we don't even get a fucking
big up the Carl, by the way. Yeah, absolute legend.
You think that the team would want to get to more finals? You'd think that they'd want to get to more finals so that they can get runners-up medals at least. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You might have something to show for. You don't even get to the final. Anyway, I digress.
No, you're spot on. Say that the day Arteta leaves will be like Liberation Day. Yeah, Fall of Berlin Wall vibes, 100%. It will be. I've always said that. It must be like when a fucking, you know, I'd love to see it like fucking Mussolini, where he gets dragged out on the street and fucking, you know, pulled up on a rope and everybody's spitting on him and all, man. You know?
Well, you know what I'm hoping it's going to be like? I'm hoping it's more than you can believe, guys. You know what I'm hoping? Yeah, I'm hoping that it's going to be like the, you know, the end of Marvel when everyone starts fading away. You know, like the black, like all the top gooners just start fading away. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'll be like. You know what I
want to be like one of those old zombie, or like the zombie movies when they fucking, you know, they they end up finding a power thing that ends it, and they all just sort of come back around. You know what I mean? And they go,
Yeah, that's it. That's
where was it? Where was it for this whole time? But if you kill the head, if you chop the head off Arteta, they always wake up, man. Ugh, where was I? You were a top gooner. No,
along the floor, more than you can believe.
Yes, stringing them up. Oh, guys, you're doing it wrong, guys. You want to be tighter around the neck, guys.
More defensive, isn't
it? Yeah, more defensive. Invert the rope, guys. Right.
He said, "Invert the rope."
Invert the knot, guys. Yeah, guys, you're not doing the rope. Invert the knot. There you go, guys, like that. Oh man. Ryan says, for these sexuals, their trophy is having this guy in charge as long as possible. Yeah, that is it. And I was only saying that today. I think it was either my missus or it was during my stream that, you know, that's it for them. Where's their end game? Where's their end game? Or did they just want them in as long as possible because they said they want them in? And then
sorry, you just said end game, and I can just think about the mist and all the people just
But what is their end game? Is it just him staying in charge forever? Is it just him staying in charge forever and never winning anything, and they're as happy as Larry buying the merch? And then what if he wins something, man? Dear God, we'll never hear the end of it. Never hear the end of it. Arteta's celebrating like he won the treble. Exactly. What a fucking clown, man. Oh, Monkey Boy. Sorry, Monkey Boy's in the house. What's the story, Monkey Boy? Absolute legend. Peppermint saying, ZZ, they can chat rubbish, these top gooners. Don't be taken in. Yeah, exactly. Ross provide a lot of waffle more like these top gooners. Yeah. Shane Views, I know it's obvious question, but what do we do to get Arteta out? I want him gone now. But I think if he gets beaten draws in the first 5 games, he has to be sacked. I was only saying this, and I'll get views in a minute. I just can't see what's left for him to get sacked. Is it just not getting Champions League? Is that it? Is that the only thing? Because the demise of the team is so obvious on the pitch. The culture of the club, all the players look miserable. The injuries, the wages, the tiny squad. I don't know what's left. I don't know what's left to get rid of him. I can't see anything that's left because they all just seem obsessed with this guy. And I don't know, views. Can you see a world where he gets sacked early next season?
No, you've actually killed. Inverted rope has killed me, bro. I swear to God. I am absolutely dumb, trying to fan myself and everything. Oh look, because I said inverted chest earlier in the season. I thought that was quite good, but the inverted rope, I'm done.
Oh, you would have to correct them on what they're doing, even as they're lynching them. He'd be going, "No, guys, you're doing it wrong."
Oh my God,
he'd be micromanaging his own lynching.
Oh, that one's killed me. But yeah, look, I always say and big up Lee Gunner, Lee Raid each and every time.
Oh man, Jesus.
But yeah, I'm
big up people.
Yeah, man. I'm of that thought. You know, we have to take bums off seats. You know, season ticket holders, maybe, you know, scan your ticket and then leave the stadium again. Things like that. Protesting ain't gonna do it. Yeah, you got to stop buying these fucking tops. Yeah, like fucking e-girl. You got to stop buying these tops. You got to stop putting bums on seats. But at the same time, say for instance, I don't know, 40,000 season ticket holders just upped and left. Fuck it. I'm not a fair weather fan. I'm not a tourist. All this other shit. There's like 100,000 people waiting in the wings. And I guarantee you, like 80,000 of them are probably top gooners. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I literally feel like that was the only time the club acted is when we was trying to move from the Europa League to get back into the champs, right? So I feel like we've seen all the evidence that we need to see. That is going to literally be the only way. I don't even know. Maybe bums on seats. I'm hoping if we take bums off seats and there was like 10,000 empty seats again in the Emirates, things like that. Yeah, but look at the dictatorship, bro. It's like we're in North Korea. Oh, you don't go to this game, we're gonna start pressuring you for your ticket and all this other shit. And yeah, big up Riku, man. But yeah, I honestly feel like because he's won fuck all again. It's been half a decade, and he's still in the job. You know, you got Paul Merson coming out talking about, well, if we get to Christmas next season and it's still like this, then that's too long. Christmas is too long. So.
Yeah,
I think,
100%.
Yeah, we've got to fall out the Champions League, Shane. We've got to fall out the Champions League. That's
it. Big Fat Robbie says, Shane, just admit it. You're a fake fan. He spelled you're wrong, of course, but you're a fake fan. All you do is moan. Yeah, all I do is moan when things are going wrong, mate. You know what I mean? All I do is moan when things are going wrong. What do you want me to bounce around on a cloud when things are going wrong? It's not good enough. This season's not good enough. Last season wasn't good enough. Why would I be happy about not winning trophies for Arsenal, man? That makes me a proper Arsenal fan. You're the fake fan if this is okay for you. If this is okay for you, merch and silly little speeches and crappy press conferences and guys, it's situations, guys, small margins, guys. If that's all good enough for you, well and good. Go do your thing, man. But I can tell you that I've been a diehard fan of this club probably for longer than you've been around on this planet, Big Fat Robbie. You know what I mean? So, I mean, your name alone. I don't know if you actually are fat or if you just think you're funny, but either way, you can come in here and say whatever you want, man. That's no fucking problem. No problem. But yeah, I'm not a fake fan and I'm far from it, mate. Far fucking from it. James is in the house. Arteta out. He's saying big up, Shane. Big up to you, my man. I can't see this clown being sacked next few years, and that's driving me to drink. Yeah, listen, we can't see it either. We can't see it either. I don't see a day when he gets sacked until we're out of the top 4 come Christmas. If he's even in and around it, they might keep him on. Maybe if his transfers don't work out, maybe if, I don't know, more injuries. I can't see a way at the moment of him being kicked out because I'm running out of reasons why he should be kicked out. I'm running out of reasons why this man should be, how he's still getting away with it, because there's so many reasons why he should be fired. We went through the FA Cup final team last night, and every single player that was in it there, they're all gone, apart from Tierney, who's gone now, has gone on to win something. Every single player he signed hasn't. And that's terrifying. That's terrifying. Mutant alert, Rico says 100%, man. He's entitled to his opinion, but yeah, ignore the Cook mutants. 110%. Listen, there's 535 years in the building. Absolutely wonderful. Ooh. Thanks, Lee, for the raid. Absolute legend. Make sure you hit the subscribe. Let's start getting my subscribes up. Make sure you subscribe to Views. His should be linked in the chat. If it's not, if Vigilante could get it up again, that'd be great. I tried to link it, but I couldn't get into my YouTube for some bizarre fucking reason. But if you make sure you subscribe to Views, get over there, hit the subscribe here, and pump the likes up, people. Come on, let's break my record. There's enough of you in here to break my record. That would mean the world to me, the absolute world to me. Peppermint Freedom is saying Big Fat Robbie Mutant. Yeah.
Well, you might be trolling with that name. You might be trolling.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I wonder if it is the actual Big Fat Robbie. I wouldn't be surprised, man. Boy Mutant. Robbie. Yeah, there you go. Boy Dio saying the bums will always be on the seats. Yeah, D's not in love with the manager. Like it's Jesus of Nazareth or something. That's the problem, Boy Dio, and everybody in the chat. People will always go. That's why they like to Aaron when he's saying, why did you give up your season ticket? He goes, because if I do, I know some fucking mutant will take it. And it's another one on the side of Arteta. If you support Arteta, you don't support the club. I loved Arsene Wenger, but as soon as he was gone, I was like, right, we move on. Now we go with Emery. I'll back Emery. Now I'm sad that Arteta's gone, but we need to back the manager. But it has got to the point now, Views, hasn't it, where it's just it's Arteta FC and then it's the Arsenal fans on the other side. What do you reckon?
It's embarrassing, man. It's soy boys, cocks, whatever you want to call it. It's embarrassing. It honestly is. Like I keep saying, FA Cup without, that's not your team. You've had half a decade, longer. That's the kind of credit that it gets you. I've never seen anything like it. I thought it was bad in Wenger's day, but this is like 10 times worse. Wenger had credit in the bank. Do you know what I mean? And we still wanted him out. Like, what's happened? Like, ever since we left Highbury, the club's died. You changed the logo. The Emirates has never had no atmosphere. We're just lied to. So, like I keep saying, it's money, money laundering, human trafficking, and it's the things that he comes out with. So, when he's talking about, the time that we've had together, and you're talking like you're in a relationship with these players. Yeah. So now the fans feel like they're in a relationship with him. Super duper Mick. As I said, his hair never moves in the wind. I'm so handsome. You know what I'm saying? Get this fucking clown out of my club, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you're basically you're the Spanish Sean Dyche, like with hair. You know what I'm saying? As you say, if he was bald, Sean Dyche is just the bald Arteta. Here we are in 2025 doing long ball, Shane. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Yeah, we're playing long ball.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. These guys, just to finish off.
Yeah.
And listen, I've been through it. Like Ian Wright was the first ever man that I loved. You get, and then it was Thierry Henry. You see what I'm saying to you, right? So I understand, but these were legends. Like these guys done something. You know what I mean? People were scared of these people. Yeah, who's scared of Arteta, bro? Yeah. No one.
Nobody.
What's he done?
That's the thing. He's no sort of he's not one of those managers that would walk into a room like Ferguson if someone wanted to sign for the club and they were a bit 50-50 and he walks in and says, oh, do you want to play for the club? Yep. I definitely want. You know what I mean? They had that aura. Ferguson had that aura. And And Wenger had that aura, and I'm sure the likes of Ancelotti has that aura. But that's all gone. And the Lee Ray's still piling in. Lovely to see his people. Make sure you hit the like. Let's get that record done. Let's get the subscribes up. Come on, do us a favor here. Make sure you get over to views and subscribe to him. Vigilante, you probably already put it up, but if you can put up views as pay our channel again, that'd be great. Let's get all our subs up and let's get all our fucking likes up and keep this community going, because the people that came over, it means the absolute world. I'm sure you've seen me before in Lee's. I'm sure you know where I come from. I'm sure, like Fat Robbie, you have your opinions. But listen, we're all in this as a community, and it's fucking amazing to see everybody coming over, everybody sharing the love. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to us. Somebody said, did they seriously wheel out the new kits today? Yeah. They had them on from the start of the match. Man. You know, I mean, it's what they do every season. They do it every season. It's all a PR game. It's all a PR game. Wait to see this, guys. Wait to see this now. You're like this. Guess who has the kit? Guess who already has the kit?
You know.
Hey! Guess who already has the kit?
Walking AI himself.
Walking AI, man, with the brand new kit on. Look at him. Barney Dinosaur has the new kit on. Unbelievable. Of course he does.
It's all about this for him. Did he even watch the game, or was he too busy taking pictures? Do you know what I'm saying?
Taking selfies all game.
Guy, bro. This guy.
Unbelievable. This is coming from the same guy who said after we beat Madrid 3-0, that if we lost 4-0 the next leg, he wouldn't want to.
You know something? Arsenal lose the game 4-0 tomorrow. I'm still not sacking Arteta.
Oh my God.
What's your reason?
This is what we're dealing with, man. He had the new kit.
Take his thingy out of his mouth, please. Like, can you just stop it? Like, it's crazy.
New kit wanker, man. New kit wanker. Smash the likes and help Shane break that record. Come on, Vigilante. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. And smash the subs up as well. Come on. Yeah. Let's get me up to 700 and let's get views climbing as well. Come on, people. Storm says Arteta has no aura, only PR. Yeah, and he has a team behind him doing that as well. He has a team hired, top of the range team. I want Arsenal to win trophies, but while this manager is in charge, we ain't winning anything. 110%. We ain't winning nothing. We're finishing outside the top 5 next season. Slap the likes, sub to both the channels, people. Big up. Come on, Joshua. That's it, man. The community settings all the way. Boy, Dio said they've been rolling out the new kits the last home game for years now. They can always point to the stock getting sold, but that's a reason to keep the manager. That's the thing. And apparently the queues are down around the corner again. Queues the length of the fucking stadium, man. People dying to get into the army, snap up the new kit. Egal, the Barney, the dinosaur leader of top Gunners, wearing a new kit. I'd say Harry fucking Semi-1 was wearing the new kit. I'm pretty sure the likes of Flowers, even though he doesn't support them, probably has the new kit. Probably got a free one sent to him by the top Gunners. Yeah, he has fucking got one. Of course he has, man. But listen, this is the problem. Listen, there is Views, his channel. Make sure you get in. Make sure you subscribe to it. I'll leave it up for a while because I want you to go over and subscribe, because Views is another one of the real ones. He's another one of the real ones, like myself and Aaron and all these people that have come along to try and help us stamp out these top Gunners, man, because that's what it's all about. We need to stamp them out. They're all the same, man. They're all the same, and they're starting to get on my tits. They are starting to get on my tits. But what an ugly shirt, Fantasy was. Yeah, I don't know, man. Did you see anything different about it? Is there any? I saw someone say on the ad for that was on Sky saying, "Oh, ooh, it's so clean," and "Oh, 2 colors, ooh," and it's always 2 colors. I don't know where they're getting them in. It's always red and white. But I mean, would you be queuing up outside the Armory soon to buy your new kit, Views?
No, bro. This is the last one I've ever bought, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? There's no way. Win, lose, or draw, the Armory's full up. Like I said, this is like, I can only liken it to BET or MTV base. We're trying to build a culture. It's not a football club anymore. Yeah. Dating shows, dietary plans in the toilets. Yeah. I mean, the stadium needs a lick of paint. I was there doing all the bags for the Arsenal Real Madrid game. That's when I knew that we didn't give a shit about the Champions League, because they thought that was going to be our final. Yeah, you're meant to book in the preliminary jobs. So, all right, cool. We're not in the semis yet, but we could be. So you book the job in. If you get it, we do it. If you don't, that's it. But the club didn't do it.
Yeah.
And then you saw against PSG the effort that they put in. That shower curtain bent. We never got to put down no plastic bags. Even though I done the Carabao Cup final, they done scarves. Yeah, they actually paid out money for good quality scarves. We had these little plastic bags. Big up Aaron. He managed to take his beers home at the end of the game. Do you know what I mean? That's all they were good for. But that for me just shows you everything, like the lack of belief, even in their own club. Club. So there's no way. I mean, to be honest, watching a girl in that, it looked fake. It looked like he bought it from Turkey or something. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I just wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't be outside the Armory. Obviously, I don't frequent the stadium like that anymore because I don't. You know, the football club's gone. It's just a reality network now. You know, and he's, you know, these people are shareholders. He's probably the biggest one.
Yeah, but that's what it is, and you see that's the big problem. I think is that this PR machine. I'm not saying that they're not good at that, and Arteta isn't good at that. He's very, very clever. He's very shrewd. He's very shrewd man. If you look at his press conferences, if you have any sort of form of intelligence, you can see through him. But sadly, the vast majority of people eat it up. The press eat it up. The top gooners eat it up. Whatever you want to call them, the Arteta sexuals, they all eat it up. But we go through it sometimes on North Sides, or we go through it on my channel, or whatever, and you're just going like it's you've said it yourself. It's hard to get through one. The anger just builds in you when you're reading it or when you're listening to it, especially if you're listening to him and you see a smug smile. We were watching it the other day and they mentioned Berta's name and his lip just twitched up like that. You can see yeah, man. I was just saying it was Ted Bundy settings. I'd say Ted Bundy did that right before he lost it and started smashing the girl's head in. You know what I mean? I'd say he just saw that little twitch. She did something to piss him off and then, whoop, and the eyes just go black like a shark when he smells blood.
Oh, man.
He just, it was a woman with his sock sniffers in the house. Shane Gooner waffling again. Go fuck yourself. But Cooner ER says, first time watching the channel. Big up to you, my man. I've seen you around Leeds and stuff like that. You're a top lad from Cork. I remember that too. Shane, stop moaning, mate. Jesus, no, I won't. You stop moaning. Big up AK as always. Another mutant here, Sock Sniffer. Yeah, man. I mean, Sock Sniffer and Fat Robbie sounds like the worst wrestling tag team of all time, man. 522 watching, 83 likes. Smash them up, people. Come on. Mods, a mutant alert. Look, the mutants can come in if they want. Bros called Sock Sniffer. Exactly. Well, what else do you expect? Shane, instead of moaning, back the team. You see, this is a load of bollocks, mate. This is a load of bollocks. What do you just back them blindly for? Why do you back them blindly? What's the point in that?
Yeah.
If Arteta told you to walk off a cliff, would you do it? You probably would. You probably would, mate.
Probably would.
Did you sneak into his house when he was asleep and go into his hamper? You did, didn't you? I bet you did, man. Oh, that's why you're Sock Sniffer, man. You and Fat Robbie are in there taking fucking dick pics of him, weren't you? Come on, lad. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Back the team. Blindly back the team. That's what he wants. Blindly back the team. Who blindly back? That's what people in cults do, mate. That's what people in cults do. I've had the same views. Your shirt is the best jersey we ever had. Yeah, that was a lovely one. That was one of my favourites, I have to say. Just looks like the really old shirt. Boy Mutant. There you go. Vigilante's on the case. I got an Arsenal 02 shirt with Highbury on it with Henry. That was a cracker as well. Look, the kit looks nice, but there's been a nice kit for each of the previous 4 years. I still ain't bought one. Yeah, no, listen. Yeah, if they start winning shit, then maybe. Let's win. Gonna say that shower curtain was horrendous.
Yeah.
The shower curtain was fucking horrendous, man. You see, who was it, Schalke or someone at Hoffenheim, someone that's in the German second division, put up a TiVo, and then on their Twitter they put up a picture of ours, a picture of theirs. It said German second division match, Champions League semi-final, and theirs is just fucking outrageous. And ours, that was embarrassing, man.
Are you not fed up of being the laughing stock of football? Do you know what I mean? Like, if it ain't from not even just in this country, all over the world, it's like we're the bloody laughing stock of football. But one thing I'll say though, just for people like Sock Sniffer, yeah, dopamine is a hell of a drug, innit? It really is. Yeah. Stop it. Get some help. You know what I mean? That's what you need to do, bro. That's what you need to do. But big yourself up. Big yourself up.
Yeah, like you said, these top goons said no football knowledge. Slap up the PR and merch. The club puts out the Hungry Strays so that they get freebies and likes from like-minded clowns. That's the problem. When you're dealing with someone like a gal, like he doesn't have a clue what he's talking about. He knows a few little bits and pieces, just like his minions. They know a few little bits and pieces, and if you go off script slightly, if you hit them with a bit of knowledge, like they just shout or rage, or they rage.
Lee Gunner puts it all over him, bro. That's what he called. Athletic is his Bible. Yeah. So man's, well, where did you get that from?
Yeah.
Athletic. You know what I'm saying? You're reading the paper and then you're reading it back to me like it's gospel. It's crazy work. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, and then if you slightly vary it, if you slightly take a different road to what he's saying, then he has no clue because he doesn't have anything to back it up. I think Arteta would be a great assistant manager. There you go. Yeah, maybe you're right. But he's not. He shouldn't be a first team manager, especially not at a club like ours. Even if he went to the Spanish second division or something, worked his way up, then you might have more respect for him. But he hasn't. He's got the job, and look, we gave him the job, so it falls on the board as well. But they need to sack him now. As well. I don't think Arteta's that clever shrewd at all. There's just a greater amount of morons in the world. I think it's a mix of both, mate. I mean, if you look at it, like Igal's got a sea of followers as well, and he's not smart. You know what I mean? Now look at this last short he put out.
It's always fun to remember special times, and the happiest memories of all are the ones we share with the friends we love. I love you, you love me. We're a happy family with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too?
That was the last short he put out, man. Barney the dinosaur sentence, man.
Too good, man. Too
There's
good.
a billion vids on YouTube now. You can't, people that don't want a frank and honest discussion or Arsenal just go watch something else. This is the thing, man, but they don't. They want to get the little voice across, boy Dio. They just want to get the little voice across. And listen, they come in all the time. They do shit like that. Stop moaning, Shane. Stop moaning. I'll stop moaning when the club starts winning, man. Simple as that. It is simple as that. If they're not moaning now, then they don't support the club. They like the club, I'm sure, but then they haven't given their heart and soul over to it. Otherwise, they'd be upset. Otherwise, that's the reason we're called the real ones, man, and the others are called top gooners. You know what I mean? Do yourself. Supporting mediocrity is the art of heterosexual way. Exactly, Stormzeal. Exactly.
They're like synchronized swimmers. You know when they go in and their legs are coming out of the water. They all want to wear the same shirt. They all want to drink a beer, sing the same song, and that's all it is, vibe.
Exactly. Arteta's post-game speech was absolutely great. Chase the dream. That's all we have at Arteta. It's own dreams. I'm glad he said it that way. Because that's what it is. It's a fucking dream. It's a pipe dream. The boss says, I have one for you. Arsenal Football Club are working for a desperate globalist elites, the Illuminati. Did you see Odegaard's one-eye celebration last season? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he had fucking Arteta's spunk in his eye or something. I don't know, man. Boy Dio says some of the Arteta sexuals that sniff Arteta's used one. Of course they would, man. They prefer it to be used. They don't want the fresh one. They don't want the Calafiori boxers out of the fucking wrapper. They want soiled fucking boxers of Arteta. That's what they want, man. What need it says Scottish football fans outside Rangers and Celtic do it. Oh, I'm not sure what that's relating to. Sorry, I think I'm a bit behind on the chat. Good Hero says I bought the 2 shirts during the '93 bottle season. Yeah, that's when they tricked us, man. That's when they tricked us into thinking that we were going to be okay. Let me
see if I don't even know if I can. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to just try and share something with you now. I don't know if you can see it. If you can. Add it to the show. So obviously this ain't the finished result. We're going to get it more finished. But, you know, we got someone in here now. So we get your bingo dabbers out, people. Get your bingo dabbers out and round up for some top gooner bingo. Here we go. So the number we're competing again. Ding 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 ding. You know, like that. You can cap that one off. What else did he say? Look at where we was. We come from the depths.
Yeah. That's a classic.
We're not going to just wrap them all up into one category. So as you see, we've got we're competing again. Injuries. We got to a UCL semi. What else is he going to say after that? Yeah, it's in the works, people. It's coming soon, but I just wanted to give you, you know, just a little eye out. You know what I mean? Get your bingo dabbers ready. There will be competitions and money and prizes to be won, people. Fun house, prizes to be won. It's all going to be going off, people. It's all going to be going off. All right, thank you so much.
Top gooner bingo. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about, man. Because they do, you like. Do you ever see when Rashid, big up Rashid, by the way, when Rashid preempts the excuses? He'll preempt them. He'll say, do you know what it's going to be next week? And he'll come up and nearly more often than not, he's spot on, man. He's absolutely spot on with the excuse that he uses. Gallic, stinker and hooked. Yeah, man. The Barney the dinosaur. Unbelievable. I should play the Top Gooner tune, but I won't, man, because I thought that just the views will just drop down rapidly. Arteta blaming injuries and red cards. He opened with that in his previous, on the one he did for Sky. Hendon. He opened with that on the one he did for Sky. Hang on, here we have another one here. Gooch Muncher. Shane, all you do is copy League Winner. Look where we were 5 years ago. God, the top bingo card is there for you. The top, we were just after coming out of winning the FA Cup 3 times in a row. I don't copy League Winner. If you mean that I'm a passionate Arsenal fan who wants the best for my club, then yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Unbelievable. I want the best for my club, mate. And this is one of the worst positions we've been in a long time. Look where we were 5 years ago. Unbelievable. Yeah, look where we were 5 years ago. We were in 8th. And where did Arteta finish his first year? 8th. He didn't improve anything, man. Then he got a bucket load of money to spend. Don't give me that shit. Nonsense, man. Absolute nonsense. I've heard Liverpool fans talk about field tilt. Yeah, well, you wouldn't be surprised. There's excuses out there. Stop moaning, Shane. We are getting there. We're not getting anywhere, Gooch Muncher. We are not getting anywhere.
We're
We are
competing. That's on
competing.
the
There
card.
you go.
That's
That's on the
We're
card as
getting
well.
there.
You
The next
absolute
season,
mutant.
guys. Yeah,
You
next
absolute
season,
mutant.
guys.
You literally just proved View's point. He had all those things on it, but we're not competing. We didn't compete for anything this year. We didn't get to a final, and we weren't top of the league for one day. We did not compete for any single competition this year. You have to get to the final to compete. If you're going to say we're competing in a cup because we were in it, then yeah, we competed because we were in a cup. But we went down the third round, and then we got absolutely steamrolled in 2 semis. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. Check your Instagram, Shane. All right, give me a second, man. Let me see what you have for me.
Oh yeah, look, we got another one. Big up Glenn Wilson. Hardly call this an Arsenal supporters channel. You guys are a disgrace. That's what I need to get on the bingo card. Go and support Spurs then.
Yeah, that's the one. That go and support Spurs then. Oh, you're not a real supporter. You're not a real supporter. Just because we give out. We are competing. We didn't even make a title chance this season. Exactly what they do. And we got knocked out of all the cups. They support Arteta because they don't have good ball knowledge. They do have good ball knowledge, just not good football knowledge. Lovers of football know better. They're just, because it's trending. Exactly. I fell for it that season. We all did. We all fell for it that season. But then he got found out by the second. Where are the mods? Yeah, we have a mutant in the chat. They'll get on him. Don't you worry. Right. Gooch Muncher, buddy. Any manager given that amount of time, money, patience, unquestioned authority, support, achieves what Mikel does. An experienced manager does all that and wins silverware without a shadow of a doubt. There's no doubt in that whatsoever. An experienced manager has won at least 2 trophies with all that money. He spent more money than anybody else in the last 5 years. This is the same guy creating new accounts. Of course it is, man. Of course it is. Look at the names. Look at the
Gooch.
I think they're all pet names that he has for his mum. Gooch competing for what exactly? Unbelievable. James,
Man United were top of the league for one day, and that's one day more than our club this season.
Yeah. Oh, but look where they finished.
Yeah, and they're in the final, by the way. Something that that Arteta can't do. There
you go. Look. Well, I said I got one on bingo. I'm winning the round. Yeah, there you are. Bingo. Look, we're competing, guys. We're competing. Gooch Muncher competing and winning nothing again. Exactly. We competed for absolutely nothing. Stop making such pussy-o excuses. Exactly. There you go. We're all fucking turning on you now, you little bitch. That's what you get. This is not a very good bingo card because you can't go diagonal. All right. Well, we'll figure it out. Hey, again, Dr. Arteta caused the injuries. Yeah, there you go. Injuries, red cards. That's exactly what it is. He caused them all, people. He caused every last one of them. Hamstring injuries are fatigue injuries. Barca just lifted the league trophy. There you go. Treble. Is that treble sentence with him? Manager first time in the job? And here you go. If you want me to be like league gunner, what phase is he in? What phase is Hansi flicking? What phase is Hansi flicking? Get out him, man.
Get in there, Bosh. What phase is Glasner in?
Bosh. There you go.
Yeah, what phase is Glasner in, eh?
Get out him, man. They act as if you were Southampton. Yeah, that's the thing. Glenn Wilson says, hardly call this an Arsenal. Oh, there you go, channel. You guys are a disgrace. Fair enough. That's your opinion, mate. You know what I mean? But we're on screen here and you're not, so eat a dick. Boy Deal says, man, I really wanted Lee Gunner to be wrong about this Arteta era. Desperately wanted him to be wrong. But he was right. I want to be wrong about it. I want them to win shit. I wanted us to win the Champions League. I wanted us to win the league, but he's failed. So I called him out when they fail. That's all it is to it. Tony Tucker, Shane, you grow, the haters will come. But remember, if they ain't hating you, you ain't doing it right. Keep it real, brother. Thanks, Tony Tucker, my man. Listen, there's always going to be haters in life. If you let them get to you, then, you'll drag it out to their level. You just have to know that it's nearly 99% certain that they're just little pups in their mum's fucking basement, typing away on that. If they see sunlight, they melt like a fucking vampire. Burton needs to sack Arteta before summer transfer window opens. I would love that. I would absolutely love it. Peppermint says these mutants are beyond deprogramming. That's the thing. And deprogramming is the perfect word, Peppermint. Absolute legend, by the way. Always in the chat. That is the adequate word is deprogramming, because they're brainwashed. They're brainwashed and they don't know it. That's why they're so aggressive when they come at you like that. Oh, you're a disgrace, and oh, you're this and you're that. And the amount of time he's having to spend. One of them there redoing. There was the guy coming in had a new account today. He had to go to the trouble of setting up an account now to come in and say something to me. What kind of a sad life is that, really? Like, views. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of have to feel sorry for them. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go back in now. It's like him. I'm going to do this. Get out of fucking hell, man. Like YouTube's a big place.
Yeah, it's a big place, but it's a cult. And as Lee says plenty of times, there's hundreds and thousands of Arsenal fans that are in his chat every single day that agree with what we are saying.
Yeah.
Big facts.
Yeah.
There's more people that think like us than more than you can believe. More than you
can believe, guys.
Yeah, there is, but we just haven't got the voice, and then we get called this. And it's not just in our fan base, Shane. It's not just in our fan base. I was seeing some other guy. I was seeing some chicken on the ball club. They were having some civil war. Yeah, some guy called Hotspur Hippie and Saba. Yeah, because Sava's coming out because he loves his club. He's talking about Levy and what they spend and how much money the club make, all this other shit. Then you got Hotspur Hippie. No, you must just support. Just why? Do you know what I mean? But it's not just in our fan base. You get that in all different fan bases.
They're just worse than ours. I think they're worse than ours. I think when you get like that hair clippers guy, and you get your man singing about Lee and stuff like that, and then you get the Igals of the world, and you get the Semios. They're like extreme versions of the worst of the other fan bases. You know what I mean? Like they really are an embarrassment to us. And they're so bad sometimes that even though you don't agree with them, even though you don't like them, even though all the stuff, you still go, oh man, I'm embarrassed by that. You know what I mean? It's that bad. Like someone puts here, this is brilliant now. As I want to say your name right. Sravasan Christian, I hope I said it right. He says, didn't the people who asked you to go down the lane have their pants down and called Son a cheater? When City we beat Spurs on the 14th of May. Yep. They were all fucking wearing the AFTV that's at the half scarves and all.
Yeah, North London together.
North London together. And then they were telling you, they're the ones to say go down the lane. And they actually went down the lane. Properly down the lane. Yeah.
And hey, listen, two things, Obviously, the internet is beautiful because everything is documented. Yeah, you can go on my channel all the way back then, and I was saying I ain't backing Spurs for nothing. Yeah, I ain't backing. And I said they're such a small club, they ain't even gonna try it anyway. Yeah, and you saw them doing the whole stand doing the Poznan. Yeah, which I thought was just disgusting. Yeah, but
it's horrible. Yeah,
but whatever, do that because I would never back them ever. Not no North London together ever. Do you know what I'm saying? And that just shows you, bro. That shows you, man. Robin Lyle, all of these fucking goofs at that channel as well, man. And they're the ones that were really going hard with all of that shit. Really going hard with that. And it just trickles downhill. Then all the other mutants are like, no, standing together. Like, fuck off. Never.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. Lee was saying it the other day. There you go, you mini Lee. But I was watching him and he was saying, and he put it in the chat. Can you name any other sort of rivals name the rivals that wouldn't do it, and it's just going Celtic Rangers, all these all the way. No way would they do it. They'd rather lose. They'd rather just everyone. People were putting up League of Ireland teams from Finland, teams of the only ones that would do that. The only ones that would bend over for your so-called rivals. I mean, imagine the likes of Jezza and all seeing that. They must have been sick watching that. Sick. They'd rather just not win the league because even if we had won the league, we won the league. But how do you wash your hands of that? How do you wash your hands of being up for the enemy? It makes no sense to me. I've never understood it. Because I've even had times when, I would have just rather not win the league and just move on. Because you should not be dependent on your fucking rival anyway. You should have had it wrapped up.
When they asked, would you rather not win the Champions League so Spurs don't win the Europa? I'm like, no. Like, what kind of shit is this? Do you know what I'm saying? It's cringy, bro. It's really,
it really is. It's sad. It's sad. And it's like the Barney the dinosaur and all that are spewing out their shite to all these gimps. There's always a critic. Of course there is, man. A lot of Arsenal fans are happy to be in top four. Yeah, and it's the same ones that wanted Wenger out for that exact thing. Exactly. AJ says 99 likes. Come on, people, smash the likes up and smash the subs up. Come on, let's get me up to 700 people. Let's get me up to 700. There should be enough of you in the building there to get me up to 700. You see my work. You see where I come from. If you don't like what you hear, fine. If you're like Sock Sniffer and if you're like Fat Robbie and the other guy that said shit, don't subscribe. But if you like what I say, subscribe and views as well. Make sure you get over subscribe to views. Absolute legend, another one of the real ones. And make sure you smash up them likes. I want to break all sorts of records here. And thanks again, people, for coming over. A good number of you have stayed, man, and that means even more than everybody coming over. It's absolutely amazing. And yeah, it really means a lot, people. Keep it up. Shane, don't let these clowns belittle you. Listen, man, I have to respect someone for their opinion to belittle me. If my mum says something, or my dad, my missus, the kids, and a couple of my closest friends, then I'll be like, oh shit, maybe I better look at that. Anyone else can go do one, man. Pepman says, people say that they are against Arteta for football reasons and not personal. For me, it's personal. Can't stand him. Yeah, look, I've got to that point too, where I'm not afraid to admit I just don't like the man. I just don't like him. You know what I mean? And that's the way it is. Shane, you should watch League Gunner's streams from before Arteta became manager and when he was announced. It's absolutely fascinating how everything came true. Yeah, and there's ones out there of him saying, come on, guys, let's get behind the team when they were turning on Emery. So, you know, it's a lot of bollocks, man. He just sees what I see, and there's a reason that that I, you know, gravitated towards him and Dan Potts and Curtis, and then when I met Views and when I met Aaron and people like that, because they had the same view as me. Just because Lee's a big channel and I agree with 90% of his views, it doesn't mean that I'm trying to be like him. You know what I mean? That's absolute nonsense. If anything, these top gooners, they're the clones. They're the exact same. At least me and Lee we can disagree on certain things. They're just all clones, man. They're just all clones. Every single one. Every single
I get it, man. You're just a mixed race League Gunner. Anyone who says anything bad about the club is just trying to be League Gunner. It's like, come on.
They personally attack you then as well. They personally attack you. Yeah. You missed the fun mutants crawling out from their bridges. Yeah, there was a few in Lee's channel going. One of them in Lee's channel yesterday kept putting in super chats. He put in about 30 quid worth of super chats, and I said, Sam, you do know that's all going in his pocket, you fucking moron. Like, and he doesn't have to read them. There's no rule saying you have to read them. You know
I know. It's just courtesy, isn't it? It's just courtesy.
Yeah.
And these people will go in the chat, spend their money, and they're getting really, frustrated. When I watch the walking AI that is Igal, if I go on to Dan and I see Igal there, then if it's a live show that I want to continue watching, when he speaks, I press mute. Yeah, I don't subscribe to his channel, so I'm not in there. Like, why do these people come in like, oh, blah, 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 blah. If you don't like what you hear, press the X, keep it moving, go over to David Attenborough and hear from him, or go over to Igal. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
go listen to your leaders. Go listen to your leaders if that's what you want.
That's it.
Yeah. Wickham Gamers and now say big of Shane didn't bother watching the game, sick to the end of this club, standards in the bin. Yeah, there's no shame in not watching that game. I mean, I watched it with the missus, but I was on my phone for half, and I can't remember. I said that recently. The last few games, I found myself drifting onto my phone. Before that, my phone wouldn't even exist when an Arsenal match is on. But that's it. Arteta's like a Phil Spencer at Ibrox, lies constantly, but has people eating out of his hands regardless. Yeah, and it's so frustrating when you see it, mate. It's so frustrating, Compost Smurf, big up, by the way, when you see it and you can see it happening, you're going, come on, guys. You know what I mean? How can you not see this? Come on, guys. Come on. AFC 87 saying, I remember AFTV doing the Thomas Partey dance when Arsenal signed Thomas Partey. How embarrassing. Didn't they do an Ice Baby one or a Rice Baby one outside?
Rice Baby, yeah.
Was that Cecil? Was it dancing with a lot?
Oh, my God, that guy, man. I don't even want to say anything in it for the other community and everything else. But listen, that guy, man, these are corporate people, like in the highest order. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not even gonna lie, right? There's certain times when Cecil's been on there, right? And someone said something, and you can kind of see his facial expression change. Like, and I'm thinking, oh, was that a little spark there? Was that a little Arteta out there that I see? And it's like, no, then he just doubles down with the cringe. And that's why he's in Kenya. That's why he's on all the trips. Why is Turkish not on the trips?
Exactly. Yeah.
Where's Dan Potts on the trip? Yeah. And Lee Judges, hey, let me not talk too much. But this guy, pick a side, bro. That's what I will say. Pick a side. How about that?
I think he's having to reel himself in, his real feelings a bit sometimes. Because I see when he's on with Dan Potts on his own, he's spot on. You know what I mean? When it's the two of them, he's spot on. So I think there is a bit of pressure coming. And mustn't be a nice place to be in. I'll give him that. It mustn't be a nice place to be in. The meat shop says, Shane, how did you link up with Lee Gunner? Great people. I just got really lucky. I was on Aaron's show very early on. And maybe it's because of the Irish thing. I don't know. He said he had been listening or something like that. And then I was in his chat and I put something up. I made a point and he said, oh, that's a great boy. He said, oh, and he saw my name. He said, were you on with Aaron? And I said, I just typed in, yeah. And he said, oh, you were spitting facts, man. I have to get you on someday. And then about 2 weeks later, I was in his chat and he was checking his phone to see if he could have people on. And I said, messing. Sure, I'll jump on, which he said, yeah, go on. And that was it. That's all it was. But there's no one else. Let me tell you straight, right now, there's no one else with his amount of fucking clout that would give some guy with 76 fucking subs a go. No one else. They wouldn't look at you. Even if they have 10,000, they won't look at you. You know what I mean? And that's the way it is. The people go on about him, oh, he's this and he's that. He's a fucking gentleman, first and foremost, that guy. He would do anything for anybody. If you're on his good side, if he respects you, he'd do anything for you. He does a lot of stuff he doesn't have to do. And there's people that he's helped out in this game that then have backstabbed him as well. You know what I mean? Lee's a fucking top guy. And don't let anybody say any different, man. That's what he says. People just clip up some little small thing of him. And that's what people think of him then. They clip up a little small bit of him and send it out into the world. And everybody thinks that's him. You know what I mean? But that's the price of the game, I suppose. I never wanted Emery out. I was probably the only one. I didn't want him out either, if I'm being honest, Schooner. I wasn't overly impressed, but I knew we had pedigree. And then when people say we were in 8th, we had just dropped to 8 that week, views. We were something like 4 points off the top 4. You know what I mean? It was just because but then we could say, Arteta in the 21-22 season, he had us bottom after 3 games, dead bottom. Remember, we lost 2-0, 2-0 to Brentford, 2-0 to Chelsea, 5-0 to City. First 3 games, no goals.
Top at one point as well. So they were top and we were bottom for the first time ever in history.
So,
and, you know,
why don't we talk about that?
Yeah, Emery finished 8th, but didn't we just under Arteta get 8th?
Finish 8th again. Yeah. 2 8s in a row.
Two.
Yep.
8th, 5th.
And 5th.
So where did he take us?
And we were in 4th. We were in 4th with 3.
Like he turned up with 1 loaf of bread, and we're still eating from that bread now. That's what they're acting like. He's not fucking Arteta of Nazareth, innit?
No, but that's what I always say, that he's like the club and him are like they're like a Roman emperor, you know, where they put on the games every few months and all the peasants come in, they're all starving all year, and he gives them some free entertainment, throws them a few loaves of bread, and then fucks them off.
Yeah.
And they're all going, "Oh my God, this guy's amazing. He's a god. Look what he gave us. Can I have some more?" That's the best record I ever hit. Boy Deal says, I wanted Emery out, but I thought the club would get Ancelotti. Instead, we got Arteta. That's only. You see, the thing is with the people that wanted Emery out, if you go back and said, right, do you want Emery out? Yes. Okay, well, we're going to sack him and get Arteta in. They go, well, don't sack him then. You know what I mean? It was because these people that wanted out thought we'd get an upgrade, and instead we went fucking shopping and Wish. You know what I mean? And that's the way it is. Like Jezza was on saying when he was getting the scraps of people at the time of or arguments at the time of the Wenger out, he was saying, be careful what you wish for. You know what I mean? Be careful what you wish for. We're winning FA Cups, and people just, no, we want more. And I understand why they want more. And I planted my flag on Wenger that I was quite top goonerish about him, you know what I mean? And I was. But, you know, be careful what you want. Who wouldn't take those 5 years again? We've got spanked a couple of times, but we played beautiful football and we were winning cups. You know,
I can't lie. I remember I was Wenger out from 2008, but obviously, but obviously, like I said, he had credit in the bank. Like, it was different. Yes, we wanted Wenger out because we're tired of hearing about like a new signing. We're tired of hearing about we're only in for world-class quality, then we're rocking up with Bentner and Shamak and shit. We were getting conditioned for a long time. Yeah, top 4's the trophy, conditioning. You was doing up PSR and FFP or whatever before it was even in existence.
Yeah,
you was acting like it was your money. That's why I fell out of love with Arsene Wenger. Because it's like you're trying to, I don't know who you're trying to protect. Are you trying to protect the fans from the club because you know that the club's dying and losing its soul? Or are you trying to protect the club from the fans? And I couldn't tell. And I'm just like, I'm done with it. Like, I need someone that we can be behind. That's the gaffer. When you talk, we listen. And yeah, so, and yeah, big up Jez, man. Absolutely right. The grass ain't always greener, man. And I think we found that out.
That's it. That's exactly it. But, you know, of course, you can't preempt that. You can't. It's like, we can't all be like fucking Marty McFly, where he wants to go back and fucking change our views on what actually happened with Arteta and make it actually work. Because he talks like these people, these top gurus, when they talk about what Arteta's done and what it's like, you're saying words, well, I don't understand them. What do you mean where we were? What do you mean we're competing? There's no point competing all the time if you don't win. If you don't win at least some of them. He hasn't won any of them. So he hasn't competed. You know what I mean? It was like when City had won 6 or 7 leagues out of the 8 years and Liverpool had won 1 and they were saying, oh, we're rivals. And you go, well, to me, if it was 3-4 on leagues or even 4-4, or it'd be more so, yes, these are up against each other, but it's a kind of a one-sided rivalry. It's the same thing with this competing. Come on, man. We haven't competed for jack shit. Who's going to get the T-shirt with the league table at the World Cup break? Jesus Christ. I take it that's AFTV you're talking about, is it? Or is it Egal? It has to be one of them. True fans call the club to account. There you go, Hendo. That's it, exactly. True fans want the best for their club. It's like your kids. You want the best for your kids. Exactly. You can give out to them. If someone else gives out to them, you go, fair enough, back off. But you'll give out to them because you want the best for them. You want them to grow up, and sometimes you have to be hard on them because you want them to go out into the world and be strong and have a good life. It's the exact same thing. The other fans they're fair weather fans, because the reason, Hendo, that they don't get hard on them is because when Arsenal lose, it's out of their mind like that. It's gone. They've forgotten about it. Where we're sick for the whole next day, we're angry for the whole next day, or we're just pissed off, or we're taking it with us. As I always say, we take it home with us. They don't. So that's why they don't care. So they just want, just to upset things. Just everybody just keep calm. I'm happy the way it is. No, man, I want more. I want more from my club, so I'll call them out. Football Quick Clip says, big up Shane, just subbed and congrats on the channel. Thanks, man. We'd love to hop on one of these days. Funny, no one talks about Palace qualifying for Europe. But Arsenal had the better season. Arsenal did not have a better season, mate. Yeah, listen, I do have a panel show. Reach out on Instagram. We'll set something up down the line, man. Absolutely no problem whatsoever. Palace had a much better season. The first trophy in it. To me, actually, if you put it into perspective, apart from Newcastle, Liverpool have won leagues. I'm not taking away from the league. But if you put it into perspective that they've never won a trophy, and it's the fucking FA Cup, man, you have to say they had the best season of anyone. You know what I mean? And I mean that wholeheartedly. Just when you put it into perspective, when you see their fans, and so I'm sure there's even a pocket of Liverpool fans that would agree with that if you sat it down and explained it that way.
100%.
Say, look, you have won 20 leagues. Yeah. They've never won something, and they've won something. Yeah. It has to be.
It's good for football, just like Newcastle winning that Carabao. Yeah. It's good for football. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's massive. And the Newcastle thing is massive as well. How long has it been? Lead judges will tell out. Yeah, listen, like I said, sometimes he's fine, sometimes he's not. I don't know the man, but I don't watch much of that other side, you see. I did at the start, but I don't really, because it just gets me fucking angry. It just gets me angry because it's so fake. I just find it fake. I like Turkish, but he's turned. I don't think he's fully turned. Again, I don't watch him. Views it no more about Turkish. Yeah. You watch him a lot.
I don't think he's turned. I don't think he's turned.
Gaslicker. He changed his name to Gaslicker now. So.
Yeah, look, here we go.
I think he's Irish, because that's a very Irish term, man.
Yeah. I feel like he's like I said, dopamine's a hell of a drug, in it. So, you know, I don't know. Yeah, I was surprised at how he was acting after Real Madrid. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like he went a little bit far with that. But I watch Turkish regular. He ain't turned. He's not turned. He still wants the best for the club. And just like certain other people like Curtis Shaw, like Dan Potts, they go on AFTV, but I don't look at it like they're part of that lot. They're just going there and doing their work. I used to watch Lee Gunner all the way back in the day on AFTV. You know, Chris Hudson, all the originals, Mo, you know what I'm saying? All the originals. So, you know, I'm not going to go as far as to say Turkish has turned, but obviously I feel
he
like
has to toe the line a bit.
He's using AFT the same way that we're saying about judges. Maybe he's got to toe the line a little bit for AFTV, but that's not as far as I'll go.
So then, even if he is sort of having a strong opinion at times, that takes a lot of balls, because they could cut him loose. They've done it before. Well, that's his career. You know what I mean? Exactly. So in a way, you have to take that off too.
Exactly.
But AK's after saying that there's a statue incoming for KDB. Is that being announced, AK, or is that just you're thinking that there is? If that's announced, then it's fair enough. All the leagues he's won. But I'd be giving Yaya Toure one before I give him one. Does Yaya Toure have one? No. I don't know. I don't know if that's what you meant. Where were we? I'm after losing where we were. Oh, yeah. Endo was the same. He said back in 2008. I think that's where we were. Yeah, I think it was. Regardless. So I can't get to all the comments anyway, guys. There's just so many of them coming in. I normally try to, but this is a different level of people watching to what I'm used to. Ricky said a big part of our fan base is very Pep critical right now, but Arteta could walk to the centre circle and take a shit in the pitch, and they'd applaud him 100%, man. 100%. I'm telling you, man. I'd say if he ran over a kid, the fans would say, "Oh well, you know, the kid must have gotten in the way of his car." You know what I mean? But they would they'd find a way to make it not his fault, even if he like aimed for him. You know what I mean? Like Monty Burns hitting Bart. You know what I mean? That's what it'd be like. That's what it would be like. Spot on, Riku. Yeah, man. He is spot on. Pep has to win next season, otherwise he'll be sacked. Yeah, he will be. He will be sacked.
And the thing is, right? And that's sorry, Shane. That's after one bad year. He's just on a 4-peat, by the way.
There's a lot of them that want to
and one bad year, but he's got credit in the bank. So they're like, and the thing is, I've been in LB's chats, and I've been in who's the other guy? Nobbins. I've been in a few Man City guys' chats when they had shit results, and they're all in the chat. Pep out, Pep out, Pep out, Pep out. He's just won you a 4-peat.
Yeah,
maybe that's standards. Yeah. Maybe that's standards, isn't it? Maybe.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? You know what it is? I said before the FA Cup final, the day before my stream, I was talking to AK, I think was in the chat, and Kurt, another City fan, and I was saying, I have a sneaky feeling that they'll win the league next season. Right? I thought they're going to come out of the blocks and they're going to make the right signings. But when I saw just the look on his face in that FA Cup final, how clueless he was like Arteta. He couldn't have a plan B. It looks like he's falling out with Grealish and Foden. And he just didn't seem interested. I sort of changed it then when she said, I don't know, actually. He seems to have lost the hunger. I don't know if he needs a few years away, then take an international job and then call it quits. But these managers like Wenger and him, even when they know they're gone past it, they have to keep going. They want to try and win it again. It's in them. You know what I mean? I can't finish on
leave. His wife left him and he still stayed because he wants to win. So I'll give him respect for that. But I think you're right. I think you pointed it out, you know, him scratching his head and all that. He's not the same person, and it happens to everyone. Whatever has a start has an end.
They need a new voice, I think. I think they need a new voice, get the players going again, switch up the system, get people on their toes, because I'm sure it does just get tedious. You know, I'm sure it gets tedious. I thought that the treble that they would have fallen off, like Gary Neville said the next when last season, well, we should have taken. You always say that last season was the one to take them, and they weren't. They weren't the same team. They were sort of really struggling to get results, but they were just about getting them. The Oscar Bob coming off the bench and stuff like that to turn it against Newcastle. But we had them on the ropes at the Etihad. 0-0. Should have gone for the kill, didn't, and that's when we lost the fucking league in my eyes. Cowardly football. And Rodri came out and said it. Cowardly football. They should have taken us. We were there for the take. Arteta hasn't made a cup final since the FA Cup. Yeah, what's the infatuation with this manager? Don't get it. At least Wenger had Wenger ball. Yeah, that's what I mean. And he was still winning FA Cups. At least we'd still have fans saying to us, well, you do play the best football. It wasn't much, but it was something. Yes, we got spanked by Chelsea. We got a couple of Liverpool spankings and stuff like that. And that was really hard to take. But then we go and win the cup. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. It is be careful what you wish for, like Jesus says. But I'm starting to get tired of his definition of insanity tax for Guardiola. Yeah. It's the same with us. You get tired of it. And they get stubborn then. They have to keep pushing the same fucking shit, man. You know what I mean? Because they just don't want to admit that they were wrong. Young Des Madriesta says, Glasgow are going to win Europa League with Palace next season. He has big experience in that competition. That's a really good call. I wouldn't be shocked. The only problem is that they're going to get raided now. They're going to get raided this summer. Munoz, the right back, everybody's going to be after him. Tyreek Mitchell's contract's up. Gahey, people are going to be after him. Even your man Richards, he's a top defender. People will be after him. The two midfielders, Morton Eze, Mateta. You do well to hold on to, I'd say you'll lose maybe two of them if you are Palace. I'd say you'll lose maybe two of them, and it could be the big ones. It could be Eze, Mateta, something like that. But he's replaced. He replaced Elise with Sarr, and he's been a baller as well. So some managers have it in them. And if he does feel like they're going to go, which they would have told him already, I'm sure, he'll have lined up. He's the type of manager that will already have players lined up and they'll be straight in. Liverpool style.
And that just adds on to his achievement this season as well. Not just winning them their first ever cup, but now they're in Europe. They're in Europa, not conference, bro. They're in Europa. Do you know what I mean? So I think that adds to his achievements as well this season.
It does, and especially after losing his best player. Elise is one of the best players around now at Bayern. He lost him. You know what I mean? And it's the same with Conte at Napoli. Like he walked in there, lost a lot and lost Cavaschellia in January as well, which is worse. And his first time in the job, and he's already 25 points better off than they finished last season with those two players. New manager, new ideas makes a big difference, man. Turkish cash, okay. I see. Respect Guardiola. He is a player, man. I like Guardiola. He's a top player. Dan Potts and Curtis are total real ones, man. Total real ones. Actually, I already did the two that called out my channel first, man. We're both with them. They're the two people to call out my channel, man. Gotta give them that. Both of you guys on the emergency meeting when Lee goes live. I haven't heard from him, but I don't think I will. I'm dying sick, and I've had to be up for the school run and stuff in the morning. So I don't know. If he texts me, maybe I don't know. I met Turkish in Leeds, Shane. Did you? He seems like a fucking top guy to me, man. From what I've seen him, he seems like a really nice guy. If his head has been turned and he is having to toe the line a bit, who here doesn't have a job where you have to do something you don't like, man? You know what I mean? Let's get it right. It's his job. And for him to still be speaking out a bit is good. The other ones are just this Marty McFly lad. No, man, I'm not having it, man. I'm not having it. Marty!
I call him the honey monster, innit? I won't say it to his face, he's a big lump, but...
Is he?
I would call him the honey monster. Go on, bro.
Claude, may his soul rest in peace, man. Real one. Absolute real one, man. Turkish is balanced. Yeah, he makes sure it's valid when he criticizes the club. Yeah, exactly. Srivastan or Atsan says, many say Haaland is our player of the season. Nah, it's Guardiola. No, Haaland hasn't been. Haaland's been piss poor this season, to be fair. He had a little purple patch for a while, but apart from that, he hasn't done much. It is announced for the statue. That's and Torre doesn't have one, no.
No, I think AK said he's got something in a mural in the training ground or something.
Okay. I must have missed that. Sorry if I'm missing comments. It's Guardiola. Guardiola's been brilliant, man. Brilliant. And he got a lot of important goals as well. And yesterday's final, I thought Man City looked like Arsenal this season, 100%. Overcoached, overdrilled, too plodding, and they came undone against the smart Palace. That's exactly it, Hendo. Exactly it. They were just Arsenal. They had no hold in midfielder. They were just, they were lethargic. They started with when they couldn't break them down, they started lumping in crosses to nobody. Not even good crosses. The substitutions were just like for like. And he's bringing on Foden, who's been shit all season, bringing on a kid making his debut. He should they were exactly like Arsenal. And once Palace scored, you kind of went, well, that's it. You know what I mean? I didn't sort of think, oh yeah, City on. I thought that was it then.
Okay.
When have you said that about City before? Where they go 1-0 down the first half, go, no,
Yeah, you don't.
You never do. Yeah, Torres and Mural, there it is. Sorry. David Silva should absolutely get it. What a fucking play. What a player he was, Hughes. What a player, man. David Silva,
man.
Come on.
Magicians. We don't have players like that anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like,
play with freedom.
Someone I would have taken at Arsenal, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. Just that kind of ilk of player, that small technician, you know, good with both feet. Kind of remind me of Cazorla a little bit.
Yeah.
No, what a legend he was, man. And even people like Aguero and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I think maybe, you know, Yaya Toure, I think he's probably the prime example of one of the first players that I'd think for them lot to get a statue. But you do have to big up KDB and his achievements. He's won a lot of things there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But yeah, David Silva, man.
David Silva scored a goal. It's for AK or any City fans. And I'm nearly sure it was against Hull, but it might have been Wolves, or I could be wrong, where he sort of cut in from the right, but he shifted onto his left and hit it really quickly into the top corner, bent it right in. But it was like sort of Salah's one against Everton when he shifted and hit it really quick. For some reason, I can see a gold jersey in my head, like he's playing Hull or Wolves, but I could be wrong. Maybe if one of you there, probably didn't have explained it well, but it was one of Silva's best ever goals for his. But yeah, if you can remember which one it is.
I think he already has one.
Oh, really good. Yeah, unreal player. KDB was a great player, man. He was a great player. For me, it's him and Pep. Then no one gets a statue. Rest of them, maybe bust their murals and stuff like that. Not a statue. Yeah, the statue thing, you don't want to go too nuts at them either, because where do you stop? Stop? You know, yeah, you do have to sort of do something nice for them, but a statue should be, you know, and then it's nearly better if they've passed on as well, because like if you put a statue up about someone that's just retired, you don't know, they could be like Jimmy Savile settings down the line where stuff comes out about them, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Like, and then they have their statue up like fucking Graham Ricks, like, you know what I mean? He was into all that. What were all the fans singing about him when he got caught? He got caught with a 16-year-old or something, didn't he? Graham Ricks.
Yeah.
And all the fans were singing, "If you tolerate Ricks, then your children will be next."
Oh my God. Who was that Chelsea? The Chelsea guy.
There you go. Look at this. Sorry, the meat chop. I like this dude, Shane. Has he got a channel? I'm surprised he's not on Gunner's channel. Seems like he has a head screwed up. Proper fella. But yeah, man, that's views on sport, man. Views on sport. I can't get into my YouTube, so I cannot actually pin the channel. But sorry to ask you again, Vigilante, or if there's any mods in there, can you put your channel again, please? It's just because, yeah, he is. He's an absolute real one. He's an absolute real one, the meat shop. He's an absolute real one. We're hoping that he gets on these soon. Hopefully he's watching. He'll give views a pop. But listen, that's the way we have to work it. Yeah, man. Top guy. Views on sport. Make sure you check him out. And he's top work, man. He'll have videos out every day, man. Live streams, all that shit, man. All of that shit. John Stones chant at the treble parade. I don't know. The John Stones was it funny? Johnny Stones. Johnny. Okay, yeah, it's great old Johnny. 114 likes. Come on, lads, people, get it up. There's in here to get it up, and make sure you hit the subs on my channel as well if you like what you hear. Come on, let's do it. Let's get it to 115. Yeah, come on, there you go. 115. Bosh. Shane, huge congratulations. 673 subscribers. Come on, AJ. That's how you do it. Come on. Let's get it up to 700. There's enough of you here to get me up to 700. Come on. Hey, there you go. Now there's views. I'll try and pin it again, views. I just can't get into this video for some bizarre fucking reason.
Doing the hard work.
Vigilante, always hard work, man.
Big up Static in the chat as well. I see you, bro.
Static in there as well.
Yeah, man. Big up, man. Big up the mods. Big up the meat shop. I appreciate you, bro. I'll return the favor as well. I will return the favor.
Static's in the house, is he?
Yeah, he's in the house.
The legend that is Static.
Absolutely. Big up Static. Big up Vigilante.
There we go. Now I should be able to do it here.
Wicked, man. Appreciate the love, people.
Here we go. Is it?
Static says, Shane, where's the beard?
Oh, yeah. I'm all clean shaven now, man. And I've got a dirty old cold. I've got a dirty old cold as well. I have.
Still
should be
working,
pinned there.
guys. Make
Let
sure
me know
you
if
hit
that's
that
pinned.
subscribe for this hard work. He's not well, still working. Make sure you get him up to
And I was up
700
this morning,
right
giving us
now.
up this morning as well on the full Irish. Come on, 700. There's enough views here to get me up to 700. Views' channel is pinned. Make sure you get out the views and make sure you subscribe, smash the likes, and all that good stuff. We won't be keeping you too much longer. We know it's been a long day, been a shitty old Premier League and all that stuff, but keep subbing, guys. Man Like Sons. Man Like Sons, an absolute legend, by the way. He's always in the chat. Absolute legend.
Big up.
Salzburg. Whoa. Ah, there he is. There's Riku. It's all good, AK. It's all good. Baby. Yeah, it doesn't have one. No, he doesn't have one, but someone said he has a mural or something like that, which, yeah, it's an absolute baller, man. Absolute baller. Fernandinho is a great player as well. Great player, yeah. Fernandinho was a top player. Doesn't get enough respect. David Silva does have a statue. I'm not sure.
I think AK said yes, yeah.
David Silva, that assist in that leaky shithole. Oh, man, when he drilled it through for the breakaway goal. Unbelievable. Caught it on the volley. Unbelievable, man. Yeah. Some people are really into it. Who's in? Kurt's in the house. There he is. What's the story, Kurt, my man? Hope you're well. Hope you are well. There's a statues, amazing tree on the 80s, including Sergio David Silva. Okay. Wow, statues all over the place, man. Statues all over the place. Shane, well done. Thank you for that. No problem, man. That's what I call it. He's the Gilberto Silva, the Arsenal community, man.
Yeah.
Carries all the way for the rest of us. Carries all the way for. Have a hot curry. I will. Hey. I had an old roast today, man, because I normally make a roast on a Sunday. But I need to get something into me. I'll have an old lemsip or something, get a bit of rest, man. Have a bit of a rest. Kurt Thompson say Barcelona maybe lost today, but Yamal, he's such a player. Yamal views. Come on.
Saving football single-handedly. Do you know what I mean? Well, obviously not, because I feel like the whole way that they play, but when I'm talking aura, when certain Arsenal fans are doing combined 11s talking about they wouldn't swap Yamal for Saka, it's like, would you just get the willy out of your mouth, please? I'm sorry to have to say it. I'm not trying to be, it is an adult show. It's past watershed, I think. But big up Normski in the chat as well. Broski, hope you're good, man. Hope you are good. But yeah, Yamal, come on, man. You can see he's playing against Inter, probably one of the best touted defensive teams in football, right? Yeah, big up Normski each and every time. There's certain times there's like 3 and 4 people, and they're standing off of him, Shane. They're standing like, that's aura. People want to talk about the sweet prince, like that ain't no aura, bruv. Yamal, that is aura. Yeah, he's even turned 18 yet. Has he even turned 18 yet?
No, he's 17.
And I'm pretty sure he's had like 100 appearances for Barcelona. Like, that's what you're supposed to do when you have talent like that. Yeah, Saka gets doubled up on, he's out the game. Yeah, he gets man marked, he's out the game. I'm not trying to diss Saka. I think Saka's stealing, he's our star boy. I hear all of that. I'm just saying, you can't. It's different gravy with Yamal, man. There was 3 and 4 players, and he was still getting through them. He's just a terrorist, bro. He's literally single-handedly saving football. Look at the goal that he scored the other day to win them the league. Like, fuck. I mean, there's not enough words I can say. The only time I've ever felt like a footballer is probably like Thierry Henry, probably like Ronaldinho. Like, for me already, he's in that bracket. He's literally got that aura. People are standing off of him. Whereas Kvaratskhelia marked Saka out the game on his own against PSG. I'm just saying, you can't mark Yamal out of the game. Do you know what I'm saying? Generational.
And it's dangerous too. It's dangerous too, because he'll leave you in the dust. He is a proper, and you know what? He's not all step overs and all. It's not all step overs and Doku tricks. He just shifts his body in, gone. And you know what he has as well? That ball with the outside of the foot. And he whips it through. People say, "Oh yeah, he reminds me of Messi." He reminds me more of Maradona, and I hate putting tags like that on people because it's so fucking it's a lot of. It looks like you're just throwing out superlatives. But the reason he reminds me of Maradona is that if he played in the 10, he'd be just as effective.
Of course.
So where Maradona played in the 10, but he was a dribbler, but he had the true ball. He had absolutely everything you want in someone that's helping out the attack. And Yamal would happily set someone up as well as score, But you only have to look at him in the Euros when he in the semi-finals at 16 when he fucking belted one in the top corner. You know what I mean? And you just wonder how good he can get. Like, Messi wasn't this good at 17. You have to remember that Messi wasn't this good at 17. He was good, but he wasn't this good. So, I mean, barring injuries, and he plays with that smile on his face. He has that Ronaldinho about him where he's just like, why wouldn't I be happy to be out here on the pitch? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't I be happy to be out here? And I love to see it, man.
And those players that you just mentioned, just quickly, you mentioned Messi, you mentioned Maradona. They both kind of play in the same kind of ilk. And I didn't watch a lot of Maradona. I'm 40. I watched a lot of Messi. Yeah. But they play, when I'm talking about Shakira, the hips don't lie. They don't need step overs. Because they, as you said, body feints, the hip movements, like they just literally drop a shoulder and leave 2-3 people behind. And you're absolutely right. Yamal, he's not just got goals. He sets up so many goals as well. He's just dangerous all over the pitch. Generational talent. For me,
vision, in-game play, all that stuff.
I would say he reminds me of Messi. Absolutely. I didn't watch a lot of Maradona, you know, but they're kind of like the same sort of players. Like they hit.
I'm talking even more so Messi when he went a bit deeper with his play, and he was still scoring goals, but he was more about dropping in. He started playing false nine. You know what I mean? The only reason I'm saying it to Maradona is that Yamal, he can beat players. He can do the whole Saka thing. He can do the whole winger thing. He can do all of that stuff. But he'd be just as comfortable playing in the middle of the park. Like if he's playing in a 10, he'd be just as comfortable. You know what I mean? He'd be setting balls up. He wouldn't have to beat players. He's got everything, man. And I love to see him. And I love when players, like you said, saving football, man. Saving football. And that's what you need. Pedri's the same. Pedri's a dream to watch. He's like Cesc 2.0. I used to love watching Cesc. When the ball came to him, people didn't realise that whenever someone was passing to Cesc, as their foot hit the ball and he had that, say, half a second before the ball got to him, or the second before, as the ball was coming across the grass, he would look the whole way outside. So he'd cover about 260 degrees of the pitch, and then he'd take a touch. So he's already seen the whole pitch, taking a touch, and then he knows exactly. It was I used to, whenever he was playing, and Arsenal played, I'd find myself, even when he didn't have the ball, watching him, and I should be watching the match. I'll be watching Cesc just moving around the pitch. You know, Modric has that as well, and Messi as well, especially older Messi. When you watch them, they're never running when they're off the ball. They're just finding little pockets, and then boom, they're gone. You know what I mean? It's just pure in-game talent, like in-game talent. Hendon says it's easy to mark Saka out of a game as Arteta hasn't played so one-dimensionally. Hansi Flick does not want Yamal tracking back or playing in just the channels on the wing. And I've been saying that for so long, Endo. I've been saying that for so long that Saka is just shackled. He's shackled, man. If he was playing under Hansi Flick, he'd be double his figures, and he wouldn't be injured. Double his figures, and he wouldn't be injured.
Well, look,
and that's
even Slot came in and just stopped Salah from tracking back. Why do you think he's having this type of season? So I'll just caveat with that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying that these players shouldn't track back, but they shouldn't just be forced to all the time. All the time. You want them to save their energy for what they do best, which is attacking. That's what they're paid for. You know what I mean? You may as well just play 10 defenders in all the positions and make them track back. There's no point. Wow. Absolutely no point. But listen, people, smash the likes up. Smash those likes up, and make sure you hit the subscribe. Let's get me to 700. Let's get views climbing as well. And let's get the likes right up there, people. Come on. We're here for your entertainment. We don't get paid. We do it for the love of yous, and more importantly, we do it for the love of our club. And if you're not Arsenal supporter, as people will know from the full Irish, everybody's welcome. Mutants and all can come in. Just be respectful. But I talk to City fans, I have Villa fans, Leeds fans, man, all sorts of West Ham fans, and all these people come in, and they're all lovely. They're all lovely. I love having fans of other teams in. I love having fans of other teams. Even saying all you do is give out about Arteta. Far from it, mate. Far from it. When the club starts doing well, I'll start praising. And that's how it is too. Villarreal, who beat Barcelona today 3-2, had to put 4 players to stop Yamal from scoring so many blocks. And he did score as well, didn't he? Did he score a cracker as well?
Yeah,
unbelievable. Normski, have you got the Morpheus shades? Normski, have you gone into the Matrix lately, Normski? I know you've gone in a couple of times. I know you lose a little bit of yourself every time you do it, and we do appreciate it. But if you have, let me know so I'll watch the video, because Normski does this for us, views. He delves into them. He delves into the top 2 Matrix. And he comes out. He takes him a day or two to recover, but for all the shit he's seeing, all the shit, it's like fucking 8mm. You know that movie when he watches the stuff movie and he's fucking, he can't handle it anymore. Yeah, that's what it's like. Jane Views, live chat, I gotta go. Good show, legends. Cheers, Static. Absolute legend. Him, Vigilante, ASC always. They put in, likes of them, put in so much. Riku as well, man. Riku's always in all the chats, man. Pace and characteristics of a cult leader, and tell me to remind you of a certain someone. Riku, I often compare it to a cult leader. Often, because there is traits of it there, and I've read a lot about cults, and I've listened to a lot of podcasts and stuff. I'm quite very interested in it, but it's all the same characteristics. It's everything. They invest so much, these top gooners. Now they've planted their flag so firmly on Arteta's the man that they just can't back down on it now. They can't back down on it, because if they back down on it, then everything they believe collapses. Everything, and it's so hard to do that. It's like it'd be like my dad's a very devout Catholic, like very goes to church and stuff like that. More power to him. It brings him happiness. I have no issues with it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be overly religious. I'd be slightly religious, you know, depending on the day. But he's right into it. Fair enough. Makes him happy. But if some scientist came out and proved that it was all nonsense, he'd be devastated. You know what I mean? He'd be gone. He'd be gone because everything he's believed, his whole life would be gone.
Exactly.
And that's what it's like. That's what it's like. You know what I mean? That's exactly what it's like. Charismatic, boastful, authoritative, no responsibility, make false promises, make you feel important, demands loyalty, wants unlimited power. Exactly. And the same traits for a narcissist. Same traits for a narcissist. Views. You're with me on this. He's a narcissist and a cult leader, isn't he?
My God. Arteta bin Laden, I call this guy. Like, I really can't stand him. And like I said, it's gotten to the Wenger stages very, very quickly, because that's how I felt about Wenger. But every time I'd look at Wenger, I'd remember Invincibles. I remember cup doubles.
Yeah.
You know, he had credit in the bank, so it kind of diluted it. So it's like, I want you gone, mate, but I'm starting to feel sorry for you a little bit now. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're going a bit senile. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's get him out. Let's get him out. With Arteta, I want to fucking not only drive him to the airport. He'll be in the fucking boot. I'll probably have to tow him. Let's just tie a rope to his leg and just fucking drag him to the airport, bro. He is the cancer of this club. The cancer of this club, man. And yeah, and honestly, you know, how can you watch him this season and say, that's beautiful? You know what I'm saying? That's amazing.
Yeah.
How? We've literally had the anomaly Arsenal 5-1, and even in there we was Madrid. Even there, you know, we had 2 set piece goals. Do you know what I mean? We still weren't really putting away our chances. We've had a couple of good performances this year, and the rest of it has just been dross. How you can say you're entertained, especially game-going fans? How can you say you're entertained? Legends like Kenny Ken talking about, I'm gonna have to bring my tab, or you know what I mean, bring the Kindle, stuff like that. Dan Potts, we're gonna bring the Kindle.
Yeah.
You know, how can you be entertained with that? Top Gooners, just ask yourself that. How can you look on this and say Arteta ball with any type of conviction? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just dross. It's dross.
But Arteta ball is dross. It's like they try to say it like as a compliment, and it's not. If Arteta ball is defensive football, lumping crosses in and no plan B. That's what it is. AFC 87 says, I'd love to have my own YouTube channel, but I don't know where to start. So could I join you on the stream, as I'm fed up with the woke delusional fan base nonsense? Yeah, I couldn't just have you on straight away, mate. You'd sort of have to, you know, I've seen you around the chats and stuff like that, but yeah, I'd have to sort of see you about a bit more, so because I can't risk it because people have lost channels. So I'm sure you're a fucking lovely guy. I'm sure you're spot on. I'm sure you're all that good stuff. I've seen you in the chats. You speak facts, but you just, if you have someone on and they could do something and you get your channel taken down. I'm not saying you do that, but you know, yeah, just if I see you around the chats a bit more, stuff like that, I can have you on the panel show. I can have you on the Bruised Banana sometime. I've done it for people before, and I'll continue to do it. I like to give someone a shot. But even if you wanted to just start a channel, put up one video, or even not, if you reach out to me on the Instagram, and we'll have a little back and forth, and I'll have you on the panel show or something like that. Exactly. Reach out, man. Reach out, and we'll do it that way, mate. Absolutely no problem. And yeah, it's just, you need to get it out. That's what you have to do, man. But reach out to me, and we'll talk it out. Absolutely no problem. Bus gets us a beast. Yeah, and someone said about Xavi sort of doing the same thing as the way he'd do the game before the ball came to him. But that Xavi in Iniesta bus gets midfield. I mean, that was Rio Ferdinand said he came off after the Champions League game, both of them actually, but there was one especially when he just went, I couldn't get near them. Could not get near them.
Yeah.
They were unbelievable, man. They had everything between them, everything. Absolutely everything.
Almost like football fucking, you know, Harlem Globetrotters, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was like watching that Barca team.
Yeah, just taking the piss. Kurt, of course, bro. I know people have a film with David. Okay, so I probably missed that. Norris getting his sunglasses out.
Matrix.
The Matrix, man. It's so good. Yeah, that's exactly right, Rico. Yeah, but Busquets he's almost underrated for me. I know he's highly rated, but he's almost underrated. He was that good. He was that good, man.
Which is too many people in that team.
Egal got his new kit today. Yes, he did. Normski, you there, man? Hopefully you're still there. Check this out, my man. Check this out. Guess who was at the game, everybody? I bought the new Arsenal kit. Hey! Barney the Dinosaur has his new kit, man. Of course he does.
This is what it's all about. You know, back to the pitch. Do you know what I mean? It's just, we'll take pictures. I bought my new kit. I'm a loyal.
Of course
fan.
He has the new kit. Of course he has the new kit, okay? You knew he would, man. You knew that Barney had to fucking snap it up. Of course he did. Arteta's a lunatic. But yes, he is, man.
Mm.
He is. He's a nut job, man. Arteta Mutant's been watching the season. Yeah. Unlimited power, lol, Arteta. yeah, Arteta. I like that, man. I would nick that. Unbelievable. Yeah. Odegaard, I am your father. When do we do when can we do a Bruce Banana episode? And yeah, same thing, mate. You know what I mean? I do them on Thursdays. As I said, reach out. I'm booked up there for the next couple of weeks, man. But if you just reach out to me on Instagram, like I said before, put you down, then I'll mark you down for the next one that's free, which probably be about 2 weeks away. I've had John. I joined for the match yesterday. No problem having you on, man. Best midfield ever, and from La Masia. Yeah, unbelievable, unbelievable. Yeah. Proper youth team, man. Proper youth team. But they give them a chance. Arteta wouldn't have played them as kids. He would have ruined them like Ranieri.
Played in the philosophy. So whatever the philosophy for La Masia was, that then translates to the first team. So just like it was in Arsene Wenger's day, we could play the kids in the Carlin or the FA or whatever because it's the same philosophy. They're playing in literally the same way. What philosophy have we got here at Arsenal now?
Yeah, exactly. None. Oh, they're having a laugh at poor Ellie girl. Poor girl. I'll have to play the Barney video. But no, I won't believe it. Lard Doyle, what a legend. Robbie on AFTV after the match, making out no other team could have done what Arteta FCC. And that's exactly what Arteta says. So there you go. It's proof that they're just fucking clones, man. They're just minions. They repeat what he says. Absolute bollocks that nobody could have done. Now other teams had injuries. Other teams had suspensions. They were on the injuries are his fault. I won't go into the whole injury team. And it does my head in when they're using an excuse. Something he caused as an excuse. Unbelievable. That's it is like, and again, not saying anything about domestic violence, but that is like a husband smacking a wife around saying, "See what you make me do." You know what I mean? That's what it is, though. And I'm not making light of that. I always say that disclaimer sentence, but you know, Kurt Thompson about City fan. Oh, sorry, just Kurt. I don't see that. IAK saying, "Did you see your gal trying to cook City fans for the unbelievable?" I mean, what a hypocrite! What a hypocrite! Jumping on for a bit while at work. Go on, Rich, you legend. You're already at work. Jeez, how long have we been on? You were leaving for work there an hour ago. Was it? Fuck's sake. Won't be happy with the season with City now. Oh, of course not, man. Man City fan, me neither now.
Real manager Pep said, you know. Of course we ain't happy.
Apparently done Robbie Sports. Apparently does. Did you hear that, Hughes? Yeah,
I said that a minute ago. Yeah. Apparently he supports he supports Luton. I've heard that as well. I've heard it.
Unbelievable. How can you change a club? I don't know how anyone can do that. Curtis Shaw has more for his watching on than AFTV does. AFTV at 1 point. Yeah. And Curtis has 900. Yeah, Curtis numbers for watch alongs all through the roof, but he's very good at what he does, man. He's very entertaining. He's really well spoken. He's very interactive with the chat and stuff like that, man. You know what I mean? And he's a real one. That shows true. Lee gets ridiculous numbers for his watch alongs as well. Because he's a real one. That's the difference. That's like when people are asking me, "Oh yeah, I want to start a channel." I don't know what they're asking me when I'm only sort of 2 months old, but I try to give them advice anyway and say, you know, well, all I do is just, I said, I'm just going to be myself. You know what I mean? And that's it. I'm not going to bend. I'm not going to, because what's the point? It must be exhausting pretending to be someone else like Flowers and them. Like, it must be exhausting, man. Merson was back in Arsenal a bit earlier. I wish he wouldn't, but he did say if we're not, and there it is, in the top 2 by Christmas, he has to be sacked. Yes. Because he did. My missus said that he said that, and then someone came in and said that he said, "Oh, like he's doing a great job." But if it has to start somewhere, Rich, someone has to start saying it, and then it's the same as anything like that. When you want to stand up to someone, you know, and you have a bunch of cowards, and they need one of them to do it first, and then the rest will fucking, "Oh yeah, no," and they all jump in, and that's what it has to be like. You have to. Goldbitch is a Forest fan. I heard that as well, man. Smashy and Nicey. Who does Smashy support? Who does Flowers support?
Yeah, I heard he meant to be a fucking United fan, but I heard he supports someone else.
Right.
I don't know who, but I've heard the one about Goldbridge being a Forest fan.
Yeah, I heard that too, yeah. Kurt saying, "I'm glad Lee Gunner left that AFTV Mutant channel." Yeah, and he left over fucking dignity as well, which I like. He could have fucking stayed there and made a bit of money, and he left for his own beliefs, which I fucking love that, man. You have to take a hat off to someone that does that. Arteta has the summer plans. I expect Gyökeres signed by 10th. Yeah, Rich, I've said this already. Unless the sort of two or three other teams that are in for him pull out, we ain't getting him, man. I don't think so. I think we're his last resort, just for the sheer reason that he wants to play real football, that we're not going to win anything. And yeah, I think if United go from, he'll go there. I think if Barcelona go from, he'll go there. I think he'd go to, you know, well, Bayern won't want him, but you know what I'm saying. If Liverpool go from, he'll go there. I don't know why Liverpool aren't sniffing around, if I'm being honest. Imagine they got him. Imagine Liverpool got him.
now that Newcastle look like they might actually make the Champions League. I know they lost today, but they got Everton last day at home, last game, I should say. It actually looks like they might make the Champions League. So I don't think Isak's going anywhere. So you're absolutely right. Liverpool, they need a striker. Chelsea need a striker. Arsenal need a striker. United need a striker. Barcelona need a striker. Like his options are very much open. And we're seeing now that a player with a release clause, we don't have to wait. Frimpong's having his medical with Liverpool on Monday. So why is Gyökeres not having his medical now? That we're allowing him to wait. We should be giving him the same ultimatum that Amarim got. Either you move now or... And maybe he's happy to say, all right, I'll just wait.
Yeah, I just feel that for football reasons, like we said before, it took him a while to sort of break into football itself, to be a big star, you know what I mean? That his next move, he's going to really think about it. This is his big move. And he's not going to want to sort of, I don't know if he's going to want to go somewhere where he might be stunted, where he's not going to play good football, where, you know, back. I do wonder. I'm just downloading something else here. That man Danny reacts, man. He's another Normsky, man. He delves into the Top Gunner matrix. I said to him before, I don't know how you do it. I'm sure. So he sacrifices for the team, but he's just sent me something else. Let me get this up here now, man. This is another fucking beaut, man. You're gonna love this one. You are gonna love this, and everybody in the chat is gonna love this one. It's just so typical, man. It's so typical. It's so bad it feels like someone's made it up. This is from AFTV. Qualified.
Oh my God. Bro. Bro, like, how much more can this club be an embarrassment to us, man? How much more? I sent you the AFTV thumbnail with Lee Judges holding the flipping kit with the
Calafiori, yeah.
Oh my God.
This is what we are dealing with, man. Like, I mean, and then they all eat out. Like, yeah, someone that said how many fucking subscribers they have, 1.4 million. They're all eating that up. We're cooked. We're cooked, man.
It's a losing battle, man. It's a losing battle.
And Forest did win today, didn't they, man? Forest are right back in there with a chance. Yeah, yeah. I love Forest, man. I love Forest.
Same. I can't dislike them. They got rich, man. I'll get you back, my bro. Don't worry. I'll get you back.
Oh, fucking mad out there. Doesn't sound like a mank. No, okay, yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I call him Brent. The Forest. So he is a bit of a dent, isn't he, man? He is a bit of a Brent. Shane, you could be right. Wait, see what United do. Barcelona might get him. Yeah, that's all I'd say is that if Barcelona do the treble, they will have money.
Yeah.
You know, they have done the domestic treble, haven't they? So they'll have money. Lewandowski, does he have another year in him? I can see them just going in. Because we'll just dance around it as well, and we won't make a move like we always do, views. We're always in and around. Look at Liverpool. We need a right back, done. Madrid, we need 3 defenders, done. And we go, we need a striker. 5 years we've been, I don't know. I mean, it's like going on a first date with a fucking woman who, you know what I mean, and she wants to order like the fatty, you know, the deep fried meal, but that's what she really wants. But she's going, salad. She's just waiting for you to just order the fish and chips.
You know, like your mate that's always giving it lemon, like, yeah, we're going out tonight. I'm going to get all the birds. You get to the nightclub and he's standing by the bar just looking. He's waiting to get eye contact before he goes over. Do you know what I'm saying? You're like, come on, mate. I thought you was going to do this, that, and the other. You know, that's Arsenal. We didn't get any good feelings from the club. They weren't looking our way. Do you know what I mean? Like, we should have had Gyökeres in January, bro. Like, what are we doing? Anyway.
Yeah, J-Lux videos. Big up to J-Lux videos. This is one that views will like because I know how much this gets to him. Shane, big up. The way Yardman was treated and AFT was discussing the fan base's mother. I'll let you go with this views because I know your opinions on this.
Yeah, no, it's disgusting. And what they do is they paint a narrative live on the fan cams for you, right? They do the same with Turkish because they come out and they keep saying you're negative. So then everyone thinks Turkish is negative. Yeah, you've come out to Yardman. Yeah, he's coming out. Season ticket, whatever it is, paying these good hard money. He's coming out to come and give his point of view. Because this is what I always say: we don't need devil's advocate, we don't need balance. It's a fan cam. If we want to hear what you've got to say, then we'd watch your fan cam. Yeah, and you, how dare he come out to Yardman and say, "Oh, go and have a drink." So you're trying to basically call him an alcoholic. You're calling him an alcoholic live on AFTV because he's saying things that you don't like. That is fucking disgusting. Absolutely disgusted. You've got an agenda. You've got an agenda. You've got an agenda. Yeah, that's what they keep
Yeah.
saying to him and to Turkish and people like that. Then they can just get painted with that brush. No one listens to them then after that. And for Robin Lyle, yeah, to come out and say to someone like Yardman, go and have a drink, bro. I was so angry that day. I was like, oh, if I was there, I would have grabbed him. I promise you.
Yeah.
How dare you do that to a hard-working, you know, Yardman's all over the place. He's got a food shop. He does fucking gardening. He does YouTube. Like, he's a hard-working man, and he spends his money on this club for you to come out and call him an alcoholic, basically, because you don't agree, bro. That wow, disgusting. Disgusting. Don't watch that channel, people. Boy.
No, you're spot on. You're spot on, views. And you see, the thing is that it's the top gooner mentality, though, isn't it? It's if you start pushing them and you are right, you know what I mean? And if you're proving them wrong, then they just attack you personally. You know what I mean? They just go for the throat then, and they get really desperate and they go for you personally. Like as Donna Pot says, she met a gal at the game today. Did you get a picture taken with him, Donna? Donna, absolute legend of this community. Absolute legend. First person to ever like my first ever video, man. You can't get better than that. She was straight in. She put up for me in dance chat. Absolute legend. Is this you? Were you with him here, Donna? Were you? I don't see you there. Look, I don't see you there. We see him with his new kit. Were you with him there? Oh, good evening, Donna Potts. Oh man, she is such an absolute legend. But Flick is apparently washed. Yeah, look at that. Donna Potts, good evening. Sorry you had the C29 play. She was dreading it. Still on the train home. She was dreading it. She just didn't want to see him out on the pitch, man. I thought that Marty would know better about Arsenal. Someone public, yeah, probably in the 40s. Yeah, but I don't know if he's on the payroll now. I was shocking, wasn't it? 60 million down the drain. They say on his again. Four times he went to the ground. He just collapsed. He just collapsed onto the ground. That's all he ever does. And the refs are on to him now, Donna.
I was saying
the refs are on to him.
Yeah, he comes on. And why have we brought this guy on? We're taking Saka off and no Ethan's coming on. You brought him on and the ball just bounces off of him like he's a brick wall. You're giving away fouls. You're giving away possession. You're doing breakdance. All he needed was a mop or a broom. You know, he would have been recreating breakdance. Like, I'm saying, where's Moreno? Obviously, we know he's suspended, but I'm like, wow, like, you know, this is how bad it's got. He's terrible. He is terrible.
Oh man, he was awful. He was awful, and he wasn't fit. You could see he wasn't fit. He was just wheeled out. So because, and the thing was, the fans were cheering him like it's the return of Bergkamp or something's been out for a season. You know what I mean? It's fucking average. I don't even want them in the team. And what have we come to? But the PR has been building it up for so long. They built a head of steam with it. They've built a head of steam with it now that we're celebrating Havertz coming back, man. You know what I mean? It's terrifying. Dan Potts' face. He didn't want to be in that picture. Oh, is there a picture? I have to see that, man.
Oh, I took that. Yeah.
Has anyone heard any update on Saliba's injury? A groin injury, I heard. It was a groin injury.
Groin injury.
Yeah. Groin injury. So another fatigue injury.
Are you surprised? Toby Carvery settings again, bro. Like, sorry.
Yeah. No. Another fatigue injury, views. Another fatigue injury, my man. Season hasn't even finished. I'm already dreading next season. My club is being held hostage under Arteta. It's going to be more the same next season, and the excuses will continue from top gooners. I fully agree, Mohammed. Fully agree, mate. I'm dreading next season as well. Will anyone be attending second place hat-trick bus parade? We probably will have one. Man. Don't be surprised if we have another bus parade. I would not be shocked. Listen, people, smash up the subs. Let's get me to 700. I think I'm only 20 away. Let's get me to 700. If there's people in here that haven't subbed already, please do. Make sure you go out to views and subscribe. His channel is in the link in the chat. Make sure you go and subscribe there. We will be wrapping it up soon. It's been absolutely unbelievable. I didn't expect the Lee raid. I didn't expect so many to stay on. I know it's easy to come over and then go, oh God, these lads are talking shit and piss off again. So many of you have stayed. Of course, it's been here about an hour and a half, maybe longer. A lot of you, and of course, it's dwindling a little bit, but that's to be expected. It's been unbelievable, humbling, amazing, all that stuff, all of that good stuff. There's been absolute G's in the house. Dr. Seymour, Vigilante, of course, as always. Kirk, one of my regulars, Donna Potts, whenever she pops in, it's always an absolute privilege and an honor to have the Queen herself come in. So many people have come in. Hendo, all the legends. Riku, man. Riku is an absolute real one. AK, as always. So many. I can't get through it all. Normski, of course, man. Someone said that DJ B's done his first live. I mean, if that's not a massive moment in this community, I don't know what is, man. I don't know if that's not a massive.
Go and
That is
subscribe
a
to
massive
DJ,
moment, man.
Yeah, man.
DJB, man. His link was put in there earlier to his channel. DJB is one of the nicest men I've ever met, man. One of the nicest men I've ever met. No, not Wanyeri again today, Donna. I mean, what's going on here? This is clearly a personal thing now. This is a personal thing. You have a big opinion on this. This is a personal thing now, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, but someone said, "Oh, it's because he turned up late, you know, for training," and I'm just like, of course he look at what you've just done to him. Look at what you've just done to him. And I said it. I was saying it to Shane. I was saying it to all the boys. The moment we started hearing that Saka's fit, Saka's going to be back. I said, now what's going to happen for Ethan? I'm not the first channel. I think Curtis Shaw was even talking about it. Smash the likes and get subbing. You know, I said it to everyone early. I said, look, that's the end for Ethan now. Because that's the reason Miles Lewis-Skelly stays in the team, because you're a midfielder, but you're playing left back and you invert. You're everything that he wants. So of course, and it's always defense first. Always defense first. I feel so sorry for Ethan Wanyeri. If he turned up late for training, maybe he's just a bit disheartened, you know, because he's been working his fucking socks off. Him and Miles Lewis-Skelly have saved your job this season, in my opinion. Scoring goals, affecting the attack, and then he just gets going. And now he's just a pariah. What is that? And the thing is, this is the history of Arteta. This is what he does. This is what he does. And I just want you lot to look at it and get nervous, because we don't know what's going to happen now with Ethan. He's made it to the England squad. Yeah, it's unbelievable. As Shane says, man, maybe just loan him to Dortmund. But yeah, I just think it's another.
Be my dream. Just because he won't get his game, views. Just because he won't get his game, he's been absolutely, and he is. And I've said this before, and people go, "Oh, that's a big statement." I think he has a higher ceiling than Saka. I think he has more natural talent than Saka. He already has it where he can. He's got the touch. He's got that. I don't want to compare him with Yamal, but he's got that thing where 10 or wing, he's just as comfortable. He can beat players, but he also has a true ball. He has timing. He can score from long range. He's got that aura, confidence. He's saying, "Give me the ball every time." Even if he's having a bad game, give me the ball. He's well within his rights to leave, but I think we have to loan him. And I think Bertha needs to get in his ear and go, "Look, there's a good chance that this guy won't be here. Just go out and go to Dortmund, build a team around you, get your football in, come back, you'll be a superstar, and you're straight. Whatever manager comes in won't be able to not play you, because it's just a disgrace. He's our most exciting player out of all of them. And and you know, even if he was late for training, or even if he missed training, or even if he's whatever, he's a kid, man. Punish him, fine him a week's wages, make him do a few laps, berate him in front of the other players, take him down a peg or two. You know what I mean? Make him train again with you for a few days.
Bang on. You said it before.
Then you bring him back, all forgiven. Let's go again. You don't keep personally and publicly punishing him as well.
Publicly, you're bringing on everyone. Tierney's going to Celtic, bro. Do you know what I mean?
And Tierney's going out the right wing.
Yeah, you gave Sterling minutes before Ethan. Like you're literally taking the piss, bro. That's what you're doing. You're taking and the thing is, if someone like Ethan was to go to somewhere like Dortmund or anywhere that's gonna just appreciate what he brings to the team, when they say the grass ain't greener, it bloody will be. I'll tell you that. He might not want to come back.
That's it. That's exactly it.
They'll build teams around him. Again, it's just Arteta. He doesn't know what to do with anyone attacking. That's why I'm scared about any of the signings that come in, because he's gonna dull them down.
That's the thing. But even if he did that, bringing on Sterling for Ethan the very next game after he missed training or was late for training, that's fine. Do it once, but don't keep doing it, man. Don't keep doing it to him. When does it stop? And especially, he's cutting off his nose to spite his face, because we've needed him to come on against PSG and change the game. Could have got him to the Champions League final. I'm not saying he would have, but something might have happened. You know what I mean? And he's cutting off his nose to spite his face. Yeah, so he's the perfect example of a narcissist. Ethan deserves better. We will take him and mold him into a top striker at our academy. Yeah, man. Listen, Guardiola would know what to do with him. He's too good to be on the bench. Other teams will soon be in the punt for him, and he would be tempted away, and rightly so, Donna. And rightly so. I wouldn't blame him if he left the way he's been treated. Can drop DJB's link in again. Is live as a redirect if you want to wrap up. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up now, actually. But I can't redirect, though. That's the only thing. I can only tell everybody to go over. So, yeah, if you put it in the chat.
Yeah.
And then
do that.
And then we'll redirect straight to him. All right?
Yeah.
Just do it now, Vigilante, and I'll if you can, and I'll send it off straight away, because he's the absolute legend that is DJB. Tierney said his goodbye to his fans today. Yeah, man, it's sad. Tierney going.
Best left.
So sad, Tierney going. There it is. Okay, people, listen. I'm going to end it right now because I want us to go over to DJB. You all know DJB. Anybody that's in here knows DJB. Make sure you go over. Make sure you say Shane Raid. #Shane Raid. Go straight over to DJB. actually directed myself. So you're going to have to click into the link and go straight over there and make sure that you say Shane Raid and you go over and you give DJB some love because he's been putting in the work for years here before he even had a channel. And hit the like on the way out. Hit the subscribe if you can. Make sure you subscribe to views. And this has been unbelievable, people. Absolutely unbelievable. We came on here for a little 20-minute chat and we've been blown away by us. Big up to Donna, everybody that's come in. But there's the link right there. Oh, I'll put it back on the screen, in the chat. Go over to DJB and we'll see you out. Thanks, everybody. It's been absolutely mind-blowing. Thanks.